Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of High Rollers D&D. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes. Joining me this week are all the usual suspects as we get ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Here are my lovely friends. We've got Rhiannon, Tom,
Hello.
Katie, Trot, and Kim, all here ready to play some game and roll some dice. Before we get into that, though, couple of things to talk about here at the top of the episode. Quite a few little announcements. We're going to kick it off with Chris Trott talking about our beloved friends at D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's right. They're back. It was literally only a week off. They're back for good. You can never leave us again.
You're back for good.
They're back sponsoring us, and they return with a bang, as there are 2 adventure/source books available for pre-order right now. I've mentioned them before, but you've got Fizban's Treasury of Dragons, which introduces gem dragons, character options like unique draconic ancestries, dragon-themed subclasses, and more. I don't know if you noticed the theme here, but dragons, gem dragons. It's in the title. That. And secondly, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight that shines a light on the Feywild, including new races available, the Fairy and the Herengon, which is humanoid rabbits, Mark.
I mean, well, they're like furry people rabbits. They're not like Vieira rabbits, so...
Well, either way, Herengon and Fairy, I don't know how to pronounce them, are available in that, along with many other features, I'm sure. Of course, if
it's
you
a full adventure as well.
It's a full adventure. If you pre-order with D&D Beyond, you get all the other benefits that you wouldn't get with a regular source/adventure book, like easily searching through the source material, putting all the new monsters into an encounter builder really easy, and combat tracker, and obviously, character sheets additions. The draconic ancestries, just whack them in with a click of a button or a tap on your Surface or whatever it is.
Your iPad.
iPad.
Or phone.
I didn't want to specify, but I did say Surface, which is Microsoft.
Your tablet device.
Yes. Your touch interface. I just spat everywhere.
Your teeny PC.
Nice. Thanks, D&D Beyond. Thanks for coming back. Please check them out.
Thanks
Use our link in the chat/description. We very much appreciate that. Let's get the ball rolling with some high click-throughs.
Absolutely. Yeah, as Trot said, honestly, one of the ways that you can massively support High Rollers is when we do these kind of sponsorships, click the link, go and register an account, subscribe, buy something. All of that shows D&D Beyond that you've come from us, and it's really good for us because it shows that you're engaging with their content as well. Maybe just go and read some of their cool articles. They do a bunch of different articles and videos all about D&D and tips and tricks and all that kind of good stuff as well. Click our link in chat, click it in the video description, and go and check out D&D Beyond. We're very excited to have them back and look forward to working with them in the future. Chris Trott mentioned...
If I do a 3, 2, 1 click, we might have enough people to hear that click around the world.
Hear it, as it goes around. Okay, go on then, Chris Trott. Lead it.
Get the link ready. Get the link ready. 3, 2, 1... Perfect.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard
Did
it.
you hear it?
I heard it. It echoed round and through my open window, and I heard it.
Father Christmas.
Speaking of Fizban's Treasury of Dragons and The Wild Behind the Witchlight, we've got quite a few things to talk about, but they are going to be the chief topics for D&D Celebration, which is coming in 2 weeks' time, the 24th to the 26th of September. And boy, High Rollers are going to be busy in it, because on Friday, the 24th of September, Kim, Rhiannon, and myself are going to be part of the Oxventure High Rollers crossover game. I know a lot of people have been asking us to do something with the Oxventure crew, and we've managed to make it actually happen for D&D Celebration. DM Johnny of Oxventure will be taking on the role of Dungeon Master, so I will be playing a beloved Aerois NPC for our campaign, and Kim and Rhea are going to join us. And I think we've got Luke and somebody else. It's Trot, don't spoil it.
Sorry.
We're going to be joining Luke and one other person from Oxventure. I think that's still being figured out. But yeah, that's going to be on Friday, the 24th of September, 8 a.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. UK time. So 8 a.m. for Pacific time in the US, 4 p.m. for the UK time. that same Friday, Friday the 24th at 9 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. PST, I'll be DMing the Great Dragon Tourney with my Knights of Evening Star crew. So Mika Burton, Anna Prosser, Nate Sharp, Shady Penguin, with special guest Kate Welch as well. So that's a busy day if you want to see a lot of old Marky Humes. Friday the 24th is the day to watch it all. And come and check that out, showing off that with my Knights of Evening Star family. And then on Sunday, instead of doing our regular High Roller show, because we want to kind of host and promote the D&D celebration stuff, Kim is going to be joining a fantastic UK podcast, Three Black Halflings, for one shot at 6 p.m. UK time. That's Kim. Look at Kim. And a lovely little top there.
I'm Kim. Hi everyone.
You're Kim.
I'm Kim.
And you're gonna be in that.
I'm gonna be on the D&D Beyond on Sunday, doing the thing. Yeah.
And that's all going to be on twitch.tv/D&D for D&D celebration. So lots of High Rollers shenanigans going on with all of that as well.
Nice.
On twitch.tv/D&D. We're not done.
No.
Katie.
Oh my God! What?
Hold on. Tom
A huge...
isn't in
What?
anything. Anyway, moving on.
Thanks. He had the option, all right? But he's working. He's busy boy. Katie,
Yeah, I couldn't
what
do it
came
either
out
'cause of
today?
work.
No.
Lots of
What's
things
out today,
came
though?
out today. Lots of things. So, Acid Wash t-shirt, which I am wearing. Thanks for wearing your merch today,
Merch!
guys. Really, really appreciate that. That's great.
Fuck.
Um,
I'm being Malaysian today.
also, limited Juto and Reynard pins. Woohoo! And various other t-shirts, which are seasonal t-shirts. So again, they're not in our Prime collection. So it's a case of,
Mine are in the wash.
you know, they're here now until our winter drop comes out. So we've got the Clear Skies t-shirt and cropped hoodie. We've got this Acid Wash t-shirt. We've got the Storm Chasers baseball shirt, and we've got the 2 pins. So that is live on the store now. Go get
Some
them, and Kim and
cool
Rhiannon look badass in
poses.
photos.
Yeah, Kim and Rhiannon
Yeah,
did
yeah,
some
boy.
very cool photos.
Make sure you go to page 2. That's where all the new stuff is, apart from the Juto pin. So down at the bottom here, page 2.
Juto.
That's where all the good stuff is, all the new
Wham.
stuff. Thank you,
Go and grab it.
everybody.
Yeah.
And
Loads of new
just
merch.
to note that
What?
the Acid Wash t-shirt and the Storm Chasers baseball t-shirt are not our usual samples that we are base garments. So, and also the Clear Skies grey t-shirt comes out a little bit long. So please check your size in the sizing charts that are on the website before you buy anything. But
Yes.
they're lovely and very soft.
They're all very
Best
nice,
stuff.
very soft, very lovely to wear. And then, yeah, if you're collecting our pins, if you've got our pins collection, grab yourself Juto and Reynard as well, with more to come. But that's it. So merch, make sure you grab that. Again, links all in the Twitch chat or in the video description or in the podcast, I'm sure somewhere. You can go and check that out. And then the very last thing is Twitch is currently running Subtember. So if you want to, what is it? You gift subs for cheaper?
No, all subs are 20% off, regardless if they're gifts
Bam.
or if you do it regularly.
So just go nuts, is what I'm saying. Just go absolutely nuts. And you know
So-
what else you got?
I was just going to say, if you gift 1,000 subs right now, it's 20% cheaper.
Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of money that you can save.
Cheaper, isn't it? Yeah.
But do you know what else? You know where else it's Subtember? On our YouTube channel, because we're so close to 100k. So make sure you go and
Nice.
subscribe to our
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Very good. Mark.
Subscribe here
Less
on
than
YouTube.
2,000 to
Um,
go. You
great
can
link.
do it.
We
Yeah,
want the plaque.
1,800.
We want the plaque.
Yeah.
Desperate for the plaque. Please
Think
give
how
the plaque.
good
I'm
the plaque
desperate
would
for
look
it.
on our
I don't
channel.
clean
All
my
of us.
teeth. I love plaque.
Right.
Mm.
All
It'll
of
be
all of
right behind me.
I love plaque.
Don't
I
clean
want
your
plaque.
teeth. Get plaque.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thanks,
our new
Rhiannon.
campaign.
Great advice. That is it for announcements, I believe. There was a lot of stuff. You know, we'll go quick run through the D&D Beyond. Thank you very much. We've got Subtember, 20% off all subs. D&D Celebration, a bunch of us doing cool stuff. And get your cool new merch as well. That's
Anything
it
from Tom?
all the announcements.
No.
Cool. Thank you. All right. And now, it's the intro.
Welcome back to Aerois. Should we just have a laugh? Because I'm not going to be able to get a clean intro out of this after what Tom just said.
He was rude.
It was a very, like, just before the intro finishes, and I don't know if he was being serious or if he was just trying to make us laugh, but boy howdy.
I need to take a shit, is what I said.
Right. Last time on Aerois, whilst preparing for the oncoming invasion of the Valkyrian Empire, the party seek to restore the goddess Siaska, the Star Mother, to power. To do so, they will need to track down her children, Titans who are believed to be true gods, on Aerois, and force them to relinquish their divine spark. The Titans, many driven mad by the impending doom of their world, rage against their foes, or mourning for their lost brother Hesper, have retreated to unique demi-planes that cannot be reached without the Titans' express permission. The demi-goddess Vala has located one such demi-plane and has the power to break into it, giving the party a chance to battle against the Titan Zephyr. After commandeering a ship that once belonged to their friend and first mate of the ship Aerois, the party set sail and breach the anchor locus and enter Zephyr's domain, the Maelstrom. Claiming that this will be her last great adventure, Zephyr fights the party in a gargantuan form with many powerful abilities. And as the party believe they have finally wounded the Titan, she grabs the ship and drags them into a much more violent storm. The Battle of the Maelstrom continues. That is where we kick things off, everybody.
Let's recap.
We are
How
in.
does this raid work? How does it work?
Well,
us a deets.
do you want to have? You can go over a quick 5-minute thing. I actually don't. Joking aside, I think that that's not necessarily a bad idea. In your previous kind of in the first half of this battle, you know, Zephyr's gargantuan form seems to strike the sides of the ship that you're currently on, sending it sprawling to the sides. You also have lots of like wind and rain causing all sorts of issues. But the scariest thing of all is that every time she seems to strike you, she kind of builds this gathering storm energy around you, which causes you to take more and more damage. There does seem to be a way to restore it by entering into the calm, the eye of the storm, through several magical spheres. You are able to cleanse yourself of this energy, but it does mean that you are out of a fight for at least one turn. The last thing that happened was as Zephyr kind of dragged the ship under, and you find yourselves now in a dark sky, terribly stormy sea, waves as tall as giants kind of crashing down on the side of you. You have Vala at the back of the ship, kind of coating the ship in a kind of purple glow, keeping it from being sunk or destroyed. You also have Maximilian Taldros, the Knight of Gideon, kind of with you as an ally, currently protecting Vala. But the last thing that happened is Zephyr spawned all of these storm orbs that kind of moved around erratically and have been growing and swelling in size and power as they seem to be about to erupt with the power of the storm. We are at the top of a round, and it is Lucius, Virian, Elowin, Elanasto.
Yep, it's me. I'm so
you
ready.
Are currently, Lucius, you and Quill are connected by a tether of lightning that seems to kind of like connect your two bodies together.
And we've learned that by using a reaction to get close and touch hands.
Yes, if you move next to each other and spend your reactions, both of you, you can dispel the tether.
I think
Spark.
I will absolutely run towards Quill, offering a hand in reaction.
I have no idea if I still have a reaction free. I probably do.
I'm gonna say you do. I can't remember exactly either. I didn't make notes of like whose reaction had been spent and stuff like that, because it was in my mind this is like the start of a brand new turn. So we're just gonna say that you do.
I think all Tom did
sure
was come out of the calm.
I think you're right. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. In that case, yeah, I will touch hands and giggle.
I think it was Lucius that didn't have his reaction, which is why Quill didn't do it on his turn.
Yeah, but it's now top of a round, right? So it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the start of your turn, you get your reaction back. So Lucius, you run up, you and Quill kind of reach up, you like touch it, you know, you kind of, your fingers touch, and as soon as that does, this kind of lightning, this static energy does disperse, and the tether between you is broken.
Is that part of the tether?
Remember, you still... Well, you don't forget, you still keep all of your current stacks of Gathering Storms. So
Yes.
let's have a quick check-in on that. So, Lucius, how many Gathering Storm stacks did you have? Did you make a note of this? 3. Okay. Quill, how many?
I have 1, so that's not too bad.
1. Nova?
None.
None. Ayla, I think, had none as well.
None.
None. And then Sentry,
Got 2.
2. And then Max also has 2 at the moment as well.
Hey.
Cool.
So
All right.
I'm going to.
Yep, you still got your action and bonus action. And some movement as well.
I'll basically spin around as I reach Quill, kind of back into him so he can just touch my back or whatever. And then I shoot forth from my hand a couple of bolts of chromatic orb that split and hit the 2 closest to me. So one to the north and one to the east.
Yes.
And I'm going to use...
Nice. Yeah, both very close,
Acid.
but you're not within melee. Nice. All right. Well, 2 attack rolls then.
So that is a 23 for the first one.
Mhm.
And for the second, it's a 23. 2 23s.
Nice. They both hit. So
I'm
these
really
little
close to
kind
working.
of balls of stormy energy, they do seem to be a little bit quick, but you've hit them before, and they do seem to be quite easily destroyed as well.
First one is a 27 of acid. I've got
Okay.
adept, so if there's any resistance, they don't have it. And also
That one dissipates.
26 for the other one.
Perfect. Both of these orbs, as you kind of whoosh, launch these twinned chromatic orbs out, the acid coats the storm energy and it disperses it. You kind of see like a flash of lightning, a peal of thunder, but they both dissipate into energy.
And then I used a 3rd level spell, so it's 8 points of dichromancy acid to the one south of Ayla.
8 points to the one south of Ayla. Alrighty.
That's pretty much my go.
Sure. I will make a note of that. Where's my notepad that I had?
Have you checked your butthole?
I have checked my butthole, Tom. Thank you. Yes.
There's context, but we're not giving it.
There's context there, but no.
Sure. Okay. So the dichromancy doesn't quite manage to destroy the one south of Ayla, but it does weaken it. You can see that it does have a mildly weakened effect as it does so. End of your turn, Lucius?
End of my turn.
Okay. Beginning of a lair action. There is already one... there is already a orb out. Let me just check and make sure I've got... Yeah, that's cool. So we go to Ayla. Still no sign of Zephyr. She hasn't reappeared since the ship was dragged into this other space.
Yeah, I'm going to smack this one that Lucius just hit with the 8
Sure.
damage. That's 27 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, full damage. I've forgotten my damage now. Hang on. New damage! So 23.
23
damage.
points. That one...
I'm guessing it doesn't take lightning damage. But it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't, no, but the blow of the hammer is enough to kind of disperse the energy of the little orb.
Cool. And then I will move beside Max and get the one beside him, please.
Sure.
Which is 19 plus 14 to hit.
Yep, that will hit.
Hit. And that is a 15 hammer damage plus.
15 points of hammer damage. That one is also destroyed. Already weakened by some other attacks. That one is basically, dissipated as the hammer comes down. In a side swipe, the lightning energy explodes outwards, dissipating entirely.
Ooh,
And
clearing
I
him.
think that's me, because
Okay.
she's not here.
So, she's not here. She will be momentarily. The remaining orbs, having built into this crescendo of power, have one last movement, and then they all explode. We will start at the very top, the northernmost orb. D8 for direction. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It moves bonk and just impacts
from
against the
us.
side of the ship.
Hell yeah.
Yep. 1 below it. 2. 1, 2.
Away from us.
Moves up to
Hell
the
yeah.
The one in the furthest to the south, just south of Ayla and Max. 1 moves 10 feet north. 5. 2.
Uh-oh.
Moves to the north.
Oh, that's pretty close.
And then the last one, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh god, right next to Max.
Okay.
I'm just going to check that, yeah. So, yeah, if 8 is the most diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay, so as these things move in, they explode outwards in a radius of 10 feet each, which means I believe Ayla and Max are the only ones who are actually within range of these.
Yeah,
things.
Ayla gets hit twice, Max gets hit once.
Yes. You don't need to make 2 saving throws against this Ayla. It's just the damage goes off. And they deal damage based on the number of orbs remaining. So, which is why it's very good that you guys cleared them all out. Can you make a dex saving throw, please, Ayla? And I will make one for Maximilian.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Nice. So we're going to take some damage. I mean, you're going to be halving it again because of lightning. Although these also do thunder damage, so you're going to reduce half and then another one by half. Max is unfortunately going to fail. He's not a very dexterous boy. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4d10 of lightning damage, and then 4d10 of thunder damage.
Well, they could have been devastating.
Yep. So that's going to be 16 lightning damage, half to 8 for you, Ayla, halved again to 4 for you, and then 16 to Max.
Oh, Max is in my aura.
Okay, so he takes half
He takes
as well.
half lightning.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
So
It's not
he did
thunder,
so
but he
he'll
takes
hit
half
nothing.
lightning.
But yeah, and then the 4d10 of thunder damage, which is halved for you, but max for Max, is going to be 27. So half that is going to be 13 thunder damage to you, Ayla, and then 27 to poor Maximilian.
Cool.
As these orbs all explode in a cacophony, you hear the peal of thunder roll overhead. The ship is rocked by these giant waves. These orbs all vanish, and emerging from the sea once again comes the giant figure of Zephyr. And I have changed the token. Thank you very much, Fail Draws, for making a custom brand new token.
Wow.
As the giant Zephyr
Oh,
emerges
nice.
from the
That's
waters.
amazing.
Much
Thanks,
better.
Phil.
Much better than
nice.
the sexy river nymph that I had in my Roll20 collection
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just kind of bursts from the water, and you can see that there is still this kind of violent rage, this kind of this tempest of fury, but there is also fear there for the first time. And Zephyr's going to now take her turn.
Perhaps.
The first thing she's going to do is... So is that a bonus action? I can do that on my turn. It is. Let's have... Can Tom please roll a d6 for me? I want to see if certain moves recharge.
D6. Yes, I can. Here it is. 5.
It's 5. The wind cutlass does recharge, but I'm not going to use it just yet. Instead, she's going to shoot 2 kind of bolts of lightning from her eyes. They kind of glow blue-white, and these beams of lightning are going to shoot out, and she is going to target probably Nova and Sentry, I believe.
So
Okay.
I think I already used my reaction to use Armor of Hexes on my last turn.
You did,
I
yeah.
feel like that's
It's
something
your
I
turn
did,
next.
so I can't. Yeah.
You
so
can't
I'm
use it
gonna get
again,
lasered on this one.
unfortunately. Well, we'll see.
Cool.
We've still got to roll to hit first, so
But on the last one, it
20?
was a nat 20, so it was a top-notch use.
that's very top notch.
Excellente.
That is going to be... Where are my attacks? That is going to be 23, Nova.
Yes, that will hit me.
And then Sentry. That's going to be 21.
Yeah, just.
Just barely hits. So, first things first, you both gain 1 stack of Gathering Storm. So, please make a note of that. And then you're going to take some lightning damage. that's only 10 points of lightning damage to both of you. But you both gain a stack of Gathering Storm. And then, now that she is in her mythic, the Fury mode, Zephyr lets out a wail, a kind of screeching cry that sounds like a crash of thunder, ships breaking against rocks that kind of echoes across this stormy sea. And as a bonus action, she is going to make everybody on the ship make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, God, okay.
Oh. Hey, I'm good at those.
Everybody in range of my aura,
This is-
5'10". Yes, they are. So everybody gets +3 on that.
Oh,
awesome.
thank
Plus
you.
3.
I don't think I got an 18 total.
Mine's lower.
18. So
I got
let's go with
13.
Nova. Let's go round. Nova.
28. 28.
28. You succeed. Lucius.
31.
31. You succeed. Ayla. 18. You said you got.
Yeah, 18.
Quill.
16.
16. You fail. Sentry.
22.
22. So
fail.
Quill, Ayla, and Max
failed.
are the only ones. Quill, Ayla, and Max all fail. You immediately take damage as if your Gathering Storm had been struck. So for Ayla, this means nothing because I don't believe you have any stacks of it, Ayla. But Quill, how many
Yay!
stacks of Gathering Storm do you have?
1.
Okay, just the one. So this is going to be
One storm.
2d8. Oh, I didn't do this to everyone, but that is going to be just 4 points of damage. I rolled really low.
Cool. What, 2d8?
So you just take that.
Damn.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Amazing.
The rest of us
Yeah,
don't
it's
get
pretty bad.
half. It's just nothing.
Nope. You just if you succeeded the save, you don't take it. So you kind of managed to shield yourself with enough kind of like force of personality that you kind of rebuff this energy away from you for just a brief moment. That as
Is
she
Max
makes this call,
taking-
the Quill is thing.
Is Max
Max does
taking
take it
half
actually. Yes, good shout. Max had
Half
2
lightning,
stacks. Half lightning. Okay, so in that case, I'll do the lightning first. So that's going to be 3 points of lightning. And then 7 points, so 10 points of damage total to Max. As he is rebuffed by the Gathering Storm energy. That was the bonus action. Legendary actions I can't do just yet.
Oh my God.
Yes. She struck me. I'm just going through all this stuff. I've got a lot of stuff. Do bear with me. I have a lot of things to keep track of. Nova Vija.
I am going to stick where I am for a second and cast Blight. So could you please make a con saving throw? 18. You're probably going to pass because I imagine a big strong god.
No,
lady's got
you.
quite a
I think
high
you
con.
cast this already. I think you've cast Blight on her once already. Her con isn't super good. Like even as a Titan, like she has it, very very high, but not as high as need be. Only 10. So it's going to take. But it is.
Oh.
She is resistant to necrotic, so this is going to be halved.
Oh yeah. There we go. That's a lot of dice, and my brain is very good at math. 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 equals.
This is why we use D&D Beyond because it.
45. Divided by
Links in the
2.
description.
So 22. If it's halved, 22
It's halved.
points,
22 points.
of necrotic damage, but 5 points of Hexblade curse.
Which is the
damage.
same damage type, so it's necrotic as well.
Is
so that'd
it?
be halved.
Oh yeah,
again.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
half
we went
of
over this
them.
last time.
So-
Yeah. So okay,
Yes,
so
we
another 2
did.
points. So yeah, the spell definitely seems to have some sort of effect, less effective as you like, but you see that Zephyr is no longer made of water. This appears to be an actual manifestation of Zephyr. The blight does kind of reach up and reaches part of her arm, and you can see her kind of sea green skin is kind of necrosized and turns slightly black as you strike.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna stick. Actually, no. I'm gonna move up slightly so that the net is sort of near me. If tippies happen.
Sure.
Or am I?
I do
No, I'm
need to
going to move
keep track
backwards.
of
I'm
that,
going to move
actually.
backwards. I'm going to move backwards. So I'm closer to Max and Ayla,
Okay.
but in
sure.
the middle of the ship.
Oh, very interesting.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
Um,
Is it really?
It is interesting. Yeah. Do I? At the end of your turn, I got a bunch of new legendary actions here, so
Oh, good.
bear
Cool.
with me. I
Ooh,
wanna use
tell me about
this.
them.
No, you're all strong boys. I think I want to get crazy first. The first thing, as a legendary action, at the end of your turn, Nova, she is going to create a storm tether between yourself and Ayla.
Oh, again?
Cool.
Yep. Kulek.
I am going to nudge a little bit to the side, almost behind Lucius, towards the side of the ship, because I've seen her do that sword slash move, and I don't want her to use that on all of us.
Okay.
And I'm currently concentrating on Shield of Faith on myself, so I'm going to put it into Old Pappy Quill and do a Beacon of Hope, and then bonus action, recover that spell slot.
Okay. Nice.
There you go. So everyone has got
End of
advantage
turn?
on stuff. That's my turn, yeah.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she's going to use one of her new mythic actions. Nova, in fact, actually, she should do it on Ayla, technically, because there's no save. Ayla, you gain a stack of Gathering Storm, which means Nova, you gain a stack of Gathering Storm, as you're currently connected by tether. So she calls, and a bolt of lightning kind of strikes near Ayla, and that storm energy begins to kind of close around you, Ayla, clinging to your skin. So you gain one as well, Nova, as you are currently tethered. Sentry.
I'm going to bonus action cast Staggering Smite at level 4. And then I'm going to move up on her. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is it there? I think I can hit her from there.
With your
And then I'm
lance,
gonna-
you can. Yeah.
Nice.
You wouldn't be able to with another weapon, but because you've got reach, you can just about.
Cool. I'm going to go and give her an old 1-2 smackaroo with the lance, please.
Okay, please do.
Okay, see if this hits. 31 to hit.
Damn.
That will
Wow.
hit. Yeah, 31, funnily enough, will hit.
Cool beans. I'm going to do a level... Let's go for level 2 Divine Smite against her on this one. So
Okay.
that's 4d8. 2, 3, 4. And then I got 2d12 because of the lance form. And then because of Staggering Smite, I will have 4d6.
Jesus Christ.
I think that's
Stacking up a
everything.
lot of stuff.
And a d4 because I'm big.
You and a d4 because you're big.
So that's 55 plus,
Oh my god.
plus 7, 62 damage for that one.
62 points of damage.
God.
I'm going to spend her reaction to immediately do her rebuke. So that goes to 86. So first things first, one of her two hands is going to come up, but I'm also going to use her reaction to do Rebuking Wind. Sentry, you are pushed back 50 feet, and do you have any stacks of Gathering Storm?
I've got 3.
You have 3. Do you have any resistance to lightning damage or storm damage? You don't, do you?
No.
Okay.
If she lands next to me, she does.
That's true, yeah.
Well, she takes the damage before she lands next to you. 36
Damn it.
points of lightning and thunder damage, so that's
Nice.
combined. And then you are pushed back 50 feet. If you can move yourself back, that will help a lot.
Does she fall into the orb?
She doesn't fall into the orb. No, she'll pass through it. The orb is semi-transparent, like you can move through it
right.
basically. But this time you've seen her use this, like she uses all the winds around her. But now that you're in this place, there is this kind of like constant like thunderstorm going on the outskirts of the thing. And as she throws you back with a fury of wind, this time all that storm energy around you explodes, Sentry, and you take loads of damage. It doesn't get rid of the stacks, by the way. The stacks remain, so you still have 3. And then you get pushed back, and then one of her two hands comes up. It's going to be... Oh, I'll just do it on this side. So, she raises her left hand. She raises the scimitar up into the air.
Damn
So that was a
it.
reaction
I'm
on
the
your
wrong
go,
side.
Sentry. You still have any like movement and stuff? It's still your turn. That was just a reaction to your big attack.
Can I move into the orb on this? That's an action, isn't it, to go into the orb?
It's an action, so you've already spent your action to start attacking. So no,
Okay.
unfortunately not.
No. Okay. Then I will stay where I am.
Okay. All right. Let's get funky. I'm going to spend my last legendary action for this turn. I'm going to create a tether between Sentry and Lucius.
Okay.
Oh, that is pretty
That's funky.
That's so
It's
funky.
Oh, we've got 6 stacks between us, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Shit.
All right. Maximilian is going to... if we leave this too long, she will overwhelm us. And he's going to raise his sword, and this kind of radiant light is going to illuminate. He's going to cast Crusader's Mantle. Whilst you are within a 30-foot radius, so if you're within 30 foot of Maximilian, each creature deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage when you hit with a weapon attack. So and that's on every attack you do. So an extra d4 radiant damage.
Weapon attack. Okay.
Yeah, weapon attack. So not to spells, unfortunately. And that was his action. He will move away from all these people charged with lightning energy. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
And he's seen this, what happens when she raises up her thing. So he's going to move over to the side. And that's going to be Maximilian's turn. Lucius.
Oh my god.
Now, remind me, touching that and going into that circle, that sphere, is that an action? Or is it just
It's an action, yes. It's an action to do.
Bugger. Alright. I'm going to use my Font of Magic to quicken a spell, just so I can ping off one at her.
Okay.
Just fucking... What am I going to do? 60 feet. Can I hit her from here? Yeah. Cone of Cold. I'm going to hit her hand and her. Yeah, it's, just for effect. I'm done with Chromatic Orb. I'm going to do that at 8th level.
What kind of save?
Con, please. 18.
Oh, I'm going to say that she rolls a, like 4.
Portented.
Are you just making up that 4, or is that one of your portents?
That was what I was trying to remember which one. She rolls a 1.
A 4, I guess. Yeah, sure.
It's a
4. She
I had
fails.
some really bad portents.
Rolling my damage for Cone of Cold. Looking at the 1s to make sure that they're 2s. 50
make sure
points of
50
cold.
points of damage, and you've got Elemental Adept, so there's no resistance to this. 50 points of damage. Blimey.
So that's my bonus action.
Good hit.
That's a very good hit, and you actually skip over one of her scimitar slams because I don't have enough reactions to do it. Cool.
Good.
Yeah, so the Cone of Cold, you kind of coat her in thick layers of rime and frost. You do partially freeze like her body, into the sea itself, and she smashes and breaks it free. But yeah, hefty attack.
Now I'm going to shout, "Sorry, Quill, I was going to nudge you, but I don't have time." And I'm going to run to Sentry and offer a hand in reaction.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right, nice.
So you've both spent your reaction. Just keep a note. You don't get those back until the end of your turn.
And I haven't
Giant
used
hand.
my action yet.
No.
So I would like to go into the... Excuse me, Sentry, and I'll just go between her legs. And then...
Oh, yes. Off you go.
Sure. Lucius,
Sorry about this.
and Lucius and the orb both disappear.
The last
Technically,
orb.
Lucius is here.
I had 3 stacks,
Lucius.
so...
Yeah, I know.
You find yourself in a beautiful, calm, serene ocean. You are just sort of on the deck of a ship, but it's very calm. There's nobody else around you, but you are stunned. You can't move, can't do anything, but you can now clear your stacks of Gathering Storm.
Excellent.
Okay. At the top of the round, a lair action. I need everybody in the ship to make an acrobatic skill check as giant waves begin smashing into the ship itself, threatening to send you tumbling to the floor.
Oh, okay. Acrobatics.
Nice Sentry.
18.
18, 14. Lucius
9.
isn't there, so he doesn't need to make the check. 9. I think this is going to be everybody unless Max gets a natural 20 here. Nope, he got a natural 1. You are all knocked prone. As the waves smash onto the ship, it kind of sends you sprawling, knocking you all prone.
That's not terrible. not good. Not terrible.
Sure. Ayla.
Oh, hi, me. Can I high five Nova?
You can. Yeah, as long as you've both got reactions to use.
Hell yeah!
Don't leave me hanging.
Yes, all right.
I
Right.
press the flash.
Make sure. So you both spend your reactions. Neither of you have a reaction now. Until the start of your next turn.
I will get up. If I... So I've got half movement because I was prone. Correct?
Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah?
Yes, you will have half movement because you were prone, so you spend half your movement to
So-
stand up.
If I then use my a charge on my hammer, do I gain the 50 fly speed from this point when I use it?
So you gain a fly speed of 50, but you've still already used half your movement. So it's basically allowing you to use a fly speed of 50 feet, but you have already spent half of that movement. So you would have 25 foot of flight that you could use. But remember, you have to land on the ground because the wind is too strong here to fly and maintain.
No, I
the
know.
air.
I was just like, my previous hammer thing gave me movement additional
Like,
to my
jump.
movement.
Yes, which was a little
So-
the thing that, so even if that was the case, like if you were knocked prone, you would still only have half of your movement to jump. Like the way that like because you otherwise it means that like anybody who can fly, like you can just be like, well, I can just do whatever. It doesn't matter. I got knocked prone. I'll just cast fly on my next turn and it's irrelevant.
I'm
Maybe that's
going
wrong,
to...
but my understanding is that you spend half the movement to stand up, and then you would, you can't then.
Oh,
gain
it's just that
another
it was a
50 foot
charge on the
movement.
hammer. Like I expend a
Yeah,
charge
but
to be able to
it's-
do it. So
Yeah,
that's
and
fine.
it gives
I'm
you a
not going
fly
to-
speed of 50 feet. Yeah.
I'm going to just throw the hammer at her face because I can't do anything else. So I'll
Okay,
just throw
nice.
the hammer at her. Which
Yeah, the-
is
Our speed thing makes
20,
sense.
30, 31, 32 to hit.
32 will hit.
And that is a 19 damage.
19 points. How much of that is lightning damage?
None of it because she can't take lightning
Oh,
damage.
you didn't.
I've not even been rolling lightning damage.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's great.
I have been nerfed by lightning.
But also, she
Wait,
can't touch you.
it was a weapon attack. D4 from Max, which is a
That's
4.
true. Nice. Another
Radiant
4
damage.
points of damage. And that's radiant damage, so that definitely does affect. Nice. Okay. All right. So Ayla, you throw the hammer, flies through the air, kind of blazing with Max's light. You smacks into her and then flies back into your hand. End of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Right, you've all got rid of your tethers. I've made you use your reactions. So let's have a think here. Zephyr's turn. She gets all of her legendary actions and all of her reactions and stuff back.
She ready to whack ship.
Whack ship.
She is going to... That's a mythic action. I don't know why I'm looking at that. That actually I forgot to do. That should have happened at the end of the last turn. So I'm just going to leave her doing it and try and remember this time. This is the problem with doing a lot of things all at once. So 15 foot wide.
Just don't
A
do
little
it.
bit of everything all of the time.
Just don't do a
Little
turn.
bit of everything all of the time. She will... How many stacks of bad stuff does everyone have? Quill, you've
One.
got 1, yes?
Yes.
Three.
One.
Rhiannon's got 3. Nova's got 2. Ayla's got 1, I believe.
Max has 2.
Yeah, Max does have 2. She's not too worried about Max. Max isn't doing a lot of harm to her at the moment. But that blight, she can't hit Lucius because Lucius has vanished. A hammer blow, the blight, the big lance attack all were quite mean. I will use her lightning blasts on, let's say... Oh, I need to see if something recharges. Tom, can you roll a d6 for me? I need to see if her Core of the Sea recharges.
Yes. 3.
3. Okay. Doesn't recharge. In that case, I will do...
Nice.
I'll save that. Yeah, I'll do a lightning blast against Ayla and a lightning blast against Nova. So this is going to be against Ayla.
Oh, that would have been devastating if you were still tethered.
15. No, that's a miss.
Nah.
That was a 4 on my dice. And then against Nova. That's going to be a 21, Nova.
That will tickle me, yes.
Yeah, no armor of hexes, unfortunately. So this is going to be...
Wasted it on a
And
high
you
five.
had 2 charges, yeah?
Le dos.
Do dos. So this is going to be... This is just the lightning damage.
Love Italian.
So that's going to be
Wait, no.
23 points of lightning damage. And then 12 points of thunder damage. She blasts you with one of these strikes.
Ooh.
And that has not recharged. So we just go to Nova Vija's turn.
Hello.
Hello.
Nova's gonna reel a little bit from taking that. Actually, is it more as well because I'm prone?
It doesn't do more damage, but you have to spend half your movement to stand up.
I'm gonna spend half my movement to stand up, and then I'm gonna cast Far Step, which is a bonus action. But with it, it allows me to teleport 60 feet, up to 60 feet. Where did it go? Where did it always go? So I feel like the wording of this means I can cast it and teleport. So it's like you teleport up to 60 feet. On each of your turns before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to teleport in this way again. So I feel like I can teleport now.
Yeah.
So
You do
am
one
going to
teleport
zip-
as the casting of the spell, and then on subsequent turns, it's a bonus action to do it.
Yes. So that will take me up to Zephyr. So it is literally 60 foot to get up to her. And I'm going to attack with Tiangong.
Okay.
So that is 19 plus 12 is 20 lots. Tom, help me real fast.
31.
And that's
31. Okay, and then it's so it's a D8. Oh, I rolled an 8 plus 7 is 15 points of Tiangong. But
sword
it's
damage.
20 because of my Hexblade curse. So 20. And then I have a whole bunch of stuff because I have an extra D4 of radiant damage because Tiangong has been upgraded to have radiant damage now as well. I rolled a 4 on that. And I'm gonna green blade.
And you have an extra one from Max as well, right?
Yeah, do I have to be in his aura to do that, or was it because I was
You have to
in
be
his
within
aura?
30 feet of him, yes. You have to be within 30
Okay.
feet of Max.
Am
So
I
you are
within
not.
30 feet of Max? I'm
No.
not. Green. Hold on. Let me just check because is that a bonus action to cast? No,
Green
it's an
Flame
action.
Blade, no, it's an action.
Yeah. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7 points of green flame damage.
So hang on, no, because you cast Thunderstep as an action,
Yeah.
right?
No,
So
I
you
cast
can't
Fast
cast
Step as a
green-
bonus action. As a bonus
Oh,
action.
it's a bonus action for the first
It's a
cast,
bonus
is it?
action for the casting. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then. You can't, yeah, and then your other spell is a cantrip. I'm also, sorry, I'm trying to, get another token off of this thing as well. I'm going to have to use
I'm just
something
triple
else.
checking that. Yeah, it's a spell bonus action on Fast Step.
Cool.
And then Green
Yep.
Flame isn't.
Yep. So then, and then how much was it of fire damage? 7, did you say?
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7.
7 more points. Okay. Yep. The blade strikes against her. Definitely, causes something to happen. But she's still fighting strong.
Something happens.
Something happens.
Sorry, I'm trying to do a million things at once.
No.
Dude.
That's all right.
Right.
I'll describe it.
15.
Is was that the whole turn, Kim?
flesh,
I'm just checking I got all
profusely
my stuff
from her
done.
wounds.
Yes, I got everything done. Yep.
That's
So
the
yeah,
last
you
time
bonus
I
action,
described
cast Fast
anything.
Step. You teleported to her, used an action to cast a cantrip because you'd already cast a full spell. Green Flame Blade,
Yep.
there's no other targets for the other Green Flame Blade to hit, so
No.
that goes off and does that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wailing out in pain.
Thanks, Tom.
That's all right. You're back, bruh.
You're back, bruh. Okay. And then,
Hold on a minute.
Go on.
I rolled a 19, didn't I?
I don't know,
That's
did
a
you?
crit. That's a
Nice one
crit.
getting
I
that
rolled a
from the top of the
19.
dome and not from chat.
So it's another, what, 8 points of damage? Because it was just
Yeah,
the
if
base
it's
weapon damage.
If it's just the base weapon, then it is.
Oh, you roll a dice for Green Flame as well, don't you?
Yeah, so I rolled a d8 plus 7 is the base damage, so 8. So another 15 points
another-
of Tiangong damage.
No, you don't get the modifier again. You've already added the modifier once. You
Oh,
just get the
okay.
8 from the sword. And then do you roll a dice for Green Flame Blade as well?
I rolled 2 d8s for that.
Or for the single target, you roll 2d8. So that'd
Yes,
be another
for a single
16.
target is 2 d8s. 16, yeah.
Okay, so it'd be another 16, so 24 points of damage. Yeah, I mean, the green flame kind of like lances over Zephyr. You see the flame kind of explode around her, heavily wounded at this point. You definitely see that is... I'm just trying to think of how much max damage you just did there. So that was 24. Yeah, that's going to trigger her Rebuking Wind. So you're going to be pushed back 30 feet, Nova. And how many stacks of Gathering Storm do you currently have?
I have 2 currently.
Does she slam
So
into
that's
the
gonna be-
mast? Might split in 2. and then-
No, the mast is kind of like
Right.
I've been not counting it for things like cover because Vala's doing
Shame.
like timey-wimey stuff with it. So like Nova kind of breaks through it and then it resets kind of thing.
Nova's a bullet. You go
Just because otherwise like it's going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm not going to try and make it too complicated.
Sure.
It's
Bullet mode
complicated
again.
enough.
Sure.
So that's going to be 22 points of lightning and thunder damage. Nova, as you are blasted back 30 feet. If you can move yourself back 30 feet, please.
Big old yikers. Okay. I will move
Yeah.
myself, yes. 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see where you move so I can decide what I'm going to do.
God, hold on a minute. Let me
It's
just...
just straight back, so...
Yeah, I'm just... 30 feet would take me on the mast.
Yeah, well, yeah, just pop yourself there, basically. One more. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Just thinking about.
I'm thinking about
Just
stuff.
murdering us.
Just thinking about stuff, you know.
Just murdering.
At the
I'm
end
thinking about
of
killing.
At the end of Nova's go, I am going to use her mythic action to summon a whirlwind. And she's going to summon it.
Nope. No, none of us wanted that.
Too bad.
No.
I don't have a really good whirlwind, so I'm going to use this icon. So this whirlwind kind of comes swooping in from the air, kind of spiraling down to the deck of the ship. Boards start being ripped up. You can see pieces of netting being thrown to the side. Because of the size of it, I need Ayla and Nova to both make dexterity saving throws.
Goody. 14.
Total?
Yes.
22.
I'm going flying, kids.
22. Ayla, you're going to take half damage, and this is bludgeoning, so you're going to take half damage again. Nova, you're going to take full damage here. I want to do this on D&D Beyond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
26.
30 points, Nova, of bludgeoning damage. 15, halved
Pretty
again
low
to
rolls.
7 for Ayla.
That could have been awful.
Yeah.
You take it as you are
that
kind
was-
of pulled up on all these boards, kind of like smacking you around, Nova, as you kind of get thrown up into the air. In addition, a large or smaller creature that fails the saving throw must succeed on a strength saving throw. Can you make a strength saving throw, please, Nova?
Oh, I am so good at these.
So strong nowadays.
-2. I like to think that this is like literally a succession of blunders by Nova, like because she's just been hit by several things at once. She's stumbling. She's like
Being
getting
knocked
knocked around.
around.
She can't get any hefty growth.
You look like Goku.
Hefty, like footing. I rolled a 4 -2. That is 2.
Oh my god.
Perfect. You become restrained in the whirlwind, and when you start your turn in the whirlwind, you are pulled up into it. So you're currently like being sucked into the middle of this whirlwind, which is about 30 feet high, by the way. So it's like 20 foot, sort of like 10-foot radius, and then it's about 30 feet high, and you are being pulled up into the air, basically, Nova. Creature's 5 feet on top of it. Strange creature
I'm
moves
just thinking
all
of Bismarck.
Sure. Yeah, very much so. So that was the end of Nova's turn. Keeler Kadkalar.
Does this whirlwind look like it's moving, or is it?
It certainly looks like it could if she wishes it to. Yes.
Right. Well, in that case, I'm going to use just all my movement to get away from this thing, but also onto the other side of the ship, down to about here, away from this slap ship move that she has, and I want to hold a spell when Lucius comes out of the thing.
Windows Defender was trying to protect you there, Quill, I think.
I want to cast
spell.
a 7th level Mass Cure Wounds when Lucius comes out, and heal everybody.
Okay, nice. So you're holding your action to cast a spell. You know that means you basically are concentrating on that spell.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yep.
In that case,
so what spell would you like to lose?
I'll drop Shield of Faith.
Okay. I mean, if you're going to do that at the end of your turn, Quill, I'm going to hit you with a lightning bolt out of Zephyr's eyes. She can see you beginning to cast this spell, and she's going to try and blast you.
Does she make an attack roll?
She does.
She rolls 6.
Cool. 17 to hit.
Son of a shield. No, wait, I'm using my reaction to...
I believe you've already used your reaction. Oh, no, you've got your reaction back. Yeah, you'd be using your reaction to cast thingy.
And concentrating as well? My God.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Shit. Fine.
So, how many stacks do you have?
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. That's going to be 24 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god.
Oof.
And a concentration save. Actually, no, hang on. The DC, because there's another one. 28 with the 4 thunder damage.
Okay. So what's the DC?
So DC's 14.
Come on. 9. Well, I'm going to lose concentration on Beacon of Hope then.
Okay. All right. Kim, what was your question?
I've just rolled 2 concentration checks with Warcaster on Fast Step, because Fast Step is concentration. Is it
nice?
Because you did 30 points of damage to me, so what do I need to pass to keep concentration?
DC 15. It's half the damage, or 10 if it's... All right, so you pass.
I rolled a 15.
You keep
nice.
Fast Step.
I thought I'd lost it. Okay, cool.
That's right.
Thank you.
You have.
Carry on.
So Quill, you lose the Beacon of Hope. Sentry.
Cool. So last turn I forgot to roll for concentration on Staggering Smite, but I was gonna lose
You've used it anyway, so yeah, you used it, so
cool. So I'm gonna use half my movement to get up, move 5, 10, 15, and then Misty Step to Nova 5, 10, 15, 20, 20 up to here. Can I then grab note? Can I hold on to the mast?
You can. I need you to make a dex saving throw, Sentry. As soon as you enter the area of this whirlwind, you are being battered by like pieces of the ship that are being pulled up. You're being battered by the winds.
Even with a misty step through it.
First time on a turn that it enters the whirlwind, or that the whirlwind enters its space. So as soon as you arrive in the whirlwind, it's a dex saving throw.
Doesn't Misty Step go through it? Like right through it?
No, she's. Oh, you are. You're.
I was teleporting through.
Yeah, I see what you mean now. You're teleporting on the outside of it. I guess I imagined you kind of going to a different location. I imagined you going to. I thought you were going
inside
to like here or something. Yeah. I've now cocked myself by doing that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so if you're teleporting outside the Misty, then you don't need to make the dex saving throw. You can certainly try and make like a strength to grab. Yeah, you can make a strength to grab Nova for sure.
Pull her out, yeah, and like hold onto the mast and try and like keep us both with my weight.
Yeah, I
try and
mean,
keep
yeah,
on
or
floating
like
and
you're
being
strong
thrown
enough.
away.
You don't even necessarily need the mast, but for aesthetics versions, yeah, you can be like holding onto a piece of the ship and trying to reach up and grab her.
Nice. Strength check.
So yeah, I guess this would be you'd be making a strength check against the DC.
Nat 20.
Yeah. So you kind of reach up and in your giant form, you manage to grab hold of like Nova and pull her out of this whirlwind.
Nice.
Would
I'm Wrigley.
reaching into it trigger the spell?
She's large. Does that help?
She is. That means she's still sticking her hand into the
Yeah.
whirlwind.
Yeah, I didn't know if that
I mean, it can
changed
do.
anything.
I don't mind.
I know you don't mind. Right? I'm trying to think of what's fair, and I'm trying to think of like when it the turn that it enters the whirlwind, or that the whirlwind enters its space. I mean, you're not entering its space. I'd say no. Not for now. No.
Okay. So would
Very
that be an
Catch a
action
flailing arm
to-
on the outside.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's
that
an
would be an
action,
action.
yeah.
I would say
Okay, cool.
that's the downside, right? It's like that's your whole
Yeah.
turn to like grab a piece of the
That's
ship,
cool.
reaching and try and pull Nova free.
Yeah. Just want to double check. But yeah, that's good. That's my turn.
Okay. Can use your. Okay, yeah, cool. That was Sentry's go. You done, Sentry?
I'm done. Yeah.
All right. Maximilian is going to. Man, like getting close to the melee fight is going to be tricky for him because he's going to stand up from prone, and then he is going to. He's going to ready himself, so he's going to call out like. You see him kind of like pointing his sword at Zephyr. It's going to glow with light, and he begins kind of projecting like a beam of light, basically. And he's just like, "The next one of you that attacks, call to me when you're making a powerful attack against her. I will guide your strike." And he's going to basically, when somebody wants to make a big attack, he can use a guided attack against them, which will give you a big bonus to the attack roll. So if anyone's going to miss, he can give you a bonus. Cool. Lucius, you pop back into existence.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Before Lucius, I forgot this last time. Before Lucius does, at the end of the turn, Zephyr brings her scimitar down. She's going to slam the side of the ship. But you'll appear after this, Lucius. You're still in the safe space when you do this.
I want to do a thing to stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Every creature is slid 15 feet towards the side of the ship. 5, 10, 15. Sentry, you may be going off. Everyone else.
Over the ropes, no?
Yeah, the ropes will help. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. And you've moved yourself, have you, Quill?
Yeah, I just did mine, yeah.
Cool. Can you make a dex saving throw then, Sentry? You'll have advantage because of the ropes being there.
Okie dokie.
Lucius will bring you back.
1.
What?
2.
You're strong. You lifted Sentry once before.
19 and
Do it again.
23.
All right.
So 23 is the highest one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to just like stop yourself on this netting that Nova and the others had. Well, Nova had prepared before the fight began. You kind of throw yourself,
Nice.
Wrap your arms around it, managing to stop yourself from falling into the ocean.
Nova safety system.
Yeah.
Then Lucius pops back into existence.
Whom! I do my move.
Okay.
Whom. I heal for everyone. Heals for 26, I believe.
No.
Oh,
Oh, you
everyone
rolled
within
it.
30
Okay.
feet. Yeah.
I thought you'd maxed
Everyone
it.
within 30 feet. Is Sentry? Yes, she is.
Yeah.
26. Healing to everyone.
26
Oh,
HP.
nice. Thank you.
Doing way better with Beacon of Hope. Alas.
Would have been. It would have been. Lucius.
I can get to Sentry with normal movement. If she's still over the side, she's not fallen off, right?
She's not
She
fallen
made a
off.
successful
no.
save.
She's like, she's successful. She's just normal. No
Just chilling.
detriment. Just
Pop
chilling.
back. I notice the Sentry's over the side. I go, oh, bloody hell!
There's also a
over.
giant whirlwind. There's also now a giant whirlwind.
Yep. Just trying to keep my hat on, and I put down an arm. Try and help Sentry. Here we go again.
Okay.
Let's go.
You've got to help me out this time.
I will. I'll dig my feet in and try and push up and try and help
That's
you.
a strength check, right?
Sure. This is just to pull her up from being prone, by the way. Like, she's not over the
6.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
Oh, okay.
Sentry then
Sorry,
just
that's
stands up.
Right. I thought you were more over the edge at that point, but
I mean, you asked and I said, no,
over.
she's fine.
Yeah.
He
There was a
did
conversation.
say.
I know Trot is also doing with a lot of things. I'm
He's-
not going to try and give him too much
He's
of
doing a
hard
lot.
time.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's doing a lot.
I have no excuse.
I'm quickening my spell again so I don't waste the entire turn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Oh, I was gonna do something cool. This is why it threw me. I was gonna
You could
wall
just
of ice the
not
whole
pick her up.
side.
That would have been cool.
It would have been, wouldn't it? I just want you all to know that could have happened. So instead, I'm gonna fucking. What am I gonna do? Chromatic orb.
Just retconned it from not listening.
Sure. All right.
26 to hit.
26 hits.
I'm gonna cast that at 7th level, Mark. So here we go. Ding dong, 98.
I'd prefer
Should've
if you
said
said what
I
level
should've
you
said
were
that
casting
first.
it at before you rolled. Yes,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
I was on the button to do it at that.
No,
that
I know.
level.
I trust you.
So that's
44 points of damage.
45 with the modified
45.
ones.
This orb strikes Zephyr, and again you see like the ice kind of crust over, and this time it doesn't really break away as easily. You see her kind of favoring that injured side as the ice spreads all over her torso, heavily wounded.
Dichromancy of 12 points
12 points.
to her. Or Nova. No,
Okay.
her. Yeah, Zephyr.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really else to strike. There's nothing else that you can attack.
but,
So,
yeah.
oh, you could. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, kill Nova off. All right.
Excuse me?
End of turn, Lucius.
She's a dark touch. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, may as well.
All right. For the lair action, the waves continue to heavily rock the boat. I need everyone to make an acrobatics check, please.
Piss.
Rock the
Wow, wow, wow.
Acrobatics.
Natural 20.
Oh, goody.
Doesn't matter, I'm a ranged spellcaster.
11.
23.
23, 11. Who got below basically 19?
I've got an 8. I think that's below 9.
All right. So Nova and Sentry and Lucius.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody who got below 19, you are prone. You're knocked prone again as the waves kind of surge all over the ship.
Spent a whole action
down
on
I go
that.
again.
Sentry.
Yep.
Really need
Washed
to.
to the floor. Ayla.
Cool. Do I have to do anything to get out of this side of this whirlwind?
You succeeded your check.
Yeah.
A creature must make a dexterity saving throw the first time on a turn that it enters the whirlwind, or that the whirlwind enters its space, including when the whirlwind first appears. So no, I actually think you're okay. It doesn't say at the start.
Okay.
Oh, when a creature starts its turn restrained by the whirlwind. So no, you're fine. You're kind of like buffeted by the wind, but yeah,
Right, okay.
otherwise you are
I'm
unaffected.
not caught up in it. Cool. Bam. Smack, please.
Yep. I figured.
That is 25 to hit.
25 hits.
16 damage on the hammer. And then the
16.
next one is a 24 to hit,
24 hits.
which is a 22 damage for the hammer.
22
Plus.
points of damage. Okay, so same thing. She's going to use a reaction to knock you back 30 feet, Ayla. And you have just one stack, don't you?
Yeah.
So that's going to be a whopping 1 lightning damage,
Woo! Okay, I'll move myself.
and then 7 thunder damage, and then you are pushed back 30 feet
Into the world.
Ah.
into the whirlwind. A creature must make a dex saving throw the first time on a turn that it enters the whirlwind. Oh, can you make a dex save, please, Ayla?
You're muted.
She's doing math.
18.
18's not enough, unfortunately. So you are bludgeoned. So you're going to make a strength saving throw. You're going to take some bludgeoning damage. You're going to half this because you're raging. So 36. So you're going to take 18 bludgeoning, and then a strength saving
Halved.
throw. No, that's already halved. 18 is halved.
Oh,
Yeah,
god damn
it was 36.
I saved my strength save. I got 13 plus 12.
Yeah. You're fine. So you're kind of buffeted around and knocked around, but you are not restrained. The wind doesn't keep pin you in place. Yeah, she throws you back. End of your turn, Ayla.
Yep, got nothing else.
Okay, a very desperate-looking Zephyr now. You can see kind of like tears running down her face, just in desperation, just like, I don't want to go! And she is going to do a couple of things. First things first, this whirlwind, whoosh, I need Nova, Lucius, and Sentry to all make dex saving throws. She gestures with a hand, and the whirlwind... whoosh.
Can I counterspell it?
No. It is already in existence. You cannot counterspell it once it's here.
You will get
It's also
plus
technically
3,
not
though.
a spell. It's part of her thing. You do get +3.
15.
It's technically part of the domain. It's not actually a spell.
10.
15? 10? Sentry?
14.
All right, you're all taking max damage. And I need strength saving throws from all of you.
Max damage.
Oh.
Damage. That's 30 points of bludgeoning damage to everyone.
Ooh. Okay.
And then how do we do on strength saving throws?
18.
Same.
18. 18.
5.
You are all restrained, and you are slowly being lifted into the center of this whirlwind. Like, lifted
Wow.
Oh my
up.
god. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Oh, my D&D
Yep.
Beyond is crashed.
You stay.
Get a refresh.
I
Get a
go.
refresh on that, baby. And then in the middle, she's gonna slam her two scimitars together, and she cuts a wide beam, creating a kind of blade of wind
Oh,
that's gonna strike
no.
Ayla, Max, and Quill right down the middle.
Oh my god. I was
That's a
waiting
dex
for
saving
that.
throw. Yep, dex saving throw.
That's not too bad. I'd say it's not too bad. It's a +2. 9 again.
24. I rolled a 19. 24.
24. Yeah, it's half damage for Ayla. I need to roll for Max.
9 is my unlucky number.
Max is
Remember
also going to take full damage on this. So this is thunder damage, Ayla, so no resistance on this, I'm afraid. 10d6. Yep.
I've lost
A very
5 steps, by the way.
41 points of thunder damage.
Oh.
And everyone is pushed back 25 feet. So,
Oh, God.
Holy
5,
I can
10,
only go
No,
15 on the
thank
boat.
you.
yeah. 20, 25, and then I think Max
This is
is
only
also at
phase
the
2
back.
of 10.
Yeah, this is it. You got another 10 phases to go. But no, you're kind of thrown to the back, slamming against Valor's shield, Quill. You and Max kind of pressed against it by this blade of thunder that just courses down the center of the ship. You can see that parts of the ship from the whirlwind have been broken and smashed, and they are slowly, but you can see that this kind of effect of Valor is desperately trying to restore the ship to its form, but it's taking longer to kind of like, you know, reverse the effects, and she can't quite counter all of the damage being done by Zephyr. That was her action. As a bonus action, I need to see if she recharges. Tom, can you roll a d6 for me, please?
Sure, pal. Love you.
Thanks,
1.
buddy. 1 doesn't recharge. Her Cry of the Sea does not recharge. Nova Vija, you are currently in a whirlwind, are you not?
Yeah, I'm looking
When it starts
real spicy.
its turn, restrained by the whirlwind, you are pulled 5 feet up into the air. So you rise 5 feet up into the air. You can use an action to make a strength or dexterity check against your spell save DC. You're going to fucking teleport out, though, unless you failed your concentration check on that.
I failed my concentration check on faster,
Right.
but I have like a billion other teleports, so
There you go. Yeah, you'll be all right then. So yeah, it's an action to try and basically resist the whirlwind sucking you into the air, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, you're about 5 feet up in the air at this point. You're being like lifted up.
Can I?
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if I can cast Arcane Gate in here, and in a way
Interesting.
that like it will catch all of us. So like, can I like almost have it above us so as they're lifted? No.
It's only a 5 foot space, right? So you could catch yourself.
Yeah.
It won't catch Sentry and Lucius. You could definitely use it to free yourself, but their movement is so erratic. They're like next to you, like they're being lifted up. Like you don't know if they're
Ragdoll.
going to rise up into the same area that you're going up
Yeah,
to.
wait,
Also, doesn't it have to be
wait, fuck
affixed
no.
to something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I just read
you
that.
are 5 feet in the air. Arcane Gate won't work. You have nothing to affix it to.
Mix it to your hand,
I
high
just-
five everyone, and suck them into
Yeah.
your real whole hand.
Whole
What
hand.
Tom
doesn't work.
said.
No.
Whole hand.
It's not big enough. You'd need a hand that was 5 foot wide.
Sentry!
Can
Not
I
big enough.
anchor it on sentry?
Nope.
I am going to. Can I grab Lucius and cast Dimension Door to get us out of here?
I would say to grab
I'm guessing
Lucius,
you-
you have to make a dex saving throw. Because, again, you're like being... This is Wizards of the Oz stuff. You need to, like reach out and try and grab him.
Dex saving throw. Ooh.
Yeah.
I actually rolled a dice of some value.
Got a +3 as well.
20. Okay.
20?
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yeah, you can grab Lucius, yeah. In Dimension Door.
I'm sorry, Sentry! And as I'm whizzing
Sorry for
around,
what?
I'll just, as he goes, sorry for what, I'll grab his foot and zip, Dimension Door and plop us down. Where do we want to go, Lucius? Where do we want to go?
Let's just leave the
Let's
plane.
go.
Where
just
do
leave
we
the-
go
we're
now?
I'm gonna move us sort of to the front of the ship next to the mast. Mast? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right in front of Zephyr. Lovely.
Yeah, I know, but she's got like so many attacks that go up and down the length of the ship. It's not really safe wherever we go.
True. It's very true. It's like I designed it that way. It's no
I
safe
know,
space.
right? It's like you thought about this.
End of turn.
I've got.
Action.
Can I drink a potion, please? Is
Bonus
that a bonus
action?
action for me to drinky?
Yeah. That's how we always
I
rule
would
it.
like
What-
to chug. I would like to chug
I'll roll it.
a potion of superior healing.
So superior is that's the is it 60?
D4
Oh, it's
plus
8d8.
8.
Yeah, 8d4
8d4 plus
Nice.
8.
Yep.
You
I've got it
rolling?
for you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Cool.
26 hit points.
26.
You
And there's
regain
is that plus
26.
8 as well. 26.
Pretty cool.
That's and then plus 8, so 34.
34. Thank you, math.
Thanks. Thank D&D Beyond. End of your turn.
That is the end of my turn. Yes. And am I no longer restrained and prone?
You are not restrained. You are not prone because you teleported. So yeah, you're all good.
That me, BB.
Cool. At the end of your turn, I'm going to use one of her mythic actions called Heart of the Storm. Nova, you watch as you and Lucius, well, around you, Nova, it seems to be.
It's
A
right.
ball of lightning.
Oh.
A sphere of lightning begins to grow around you, Nova. In fact, that's actually a bit too big. Whoops. Yeah.
All of lightning.
So it begins to like around you. After one full turn. Cool. Keelek.
Okay.
This is fine.
It's fine.
I am going to cast heal on myself. For 70 healing. I'm low.
Lucius.
Very low.
Whilst this is happening, can I try and chromatic control that and then use it to try and absorb it into my gauntlet by converting it into cold?
I need to look up some here. I need to look up how that gauntlet works.
When a
Well, you
magical
can read it out.
effect, this is chromatic control. When a magical
Yep.
effect that deals fire, acid, lightning, poison, cold, blah, 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 is used within 60 feet of me, I can use a reaction to spend 3 sorcery points to change that to match a dichromacy choice.
Yeah,
I
so
guess
yeah, you can do that. That's fine. If you've got the sorcery points in your reaction, you can do that.
the only thing is I
It's the
probably won't be able to do
absorbing
the
it.
same... Yeah, it's going to be a bonus action, I assume, or a secondary
I remember.
reaction.
It's on the gauntlet, dude. Like,
It is,
what does
yeah.
it say?
When a magical effect... Doesn't say when. Once per turn. I have to make a charisma ability check if it's 4th level or higher.
This is the problem with a lot of when a magical effect that deals acid or cold damage, you can attempt to draw it. So when it goes to deal damage, then you can absorb it. It says in the sort of like second big paragraph.
Okay.
When a magical effect, such as a spell or supernatural ability that deals acid or cold damage, you can attempt to draw the energy of that spell into the gauntlet's prison. Spells are
So
left
can
over.
I convert it for now as a reaction.
You can convert it for now, and then when it goes to deal damage, you can attempt to absorb it, yes.
Okay.
If it does damage. If it does.
All right. I anticipated doing damage.
All right, so you
Wait
spend
for
your
it to
reaction,
hurt
you
me.
spend the 3 sorcery points, and you turn it into what? Acid or cold damage?
Cold, please.
Cold, please. All right. Keelik. So that was a
Yeah, so
reaction
I'm gonna.
on Nova's to the legendary action at the end of Nova's turn. Now we go to Keelik's turn.
I move forward. 30
You cast
feet,
heal on yourself.
And I cast heal for 70 healing on myself. So I was really low.
Perfect.
And
Right.
I'll use a bonus action to recover a 3rd level spell slot as well.
Okay. Lucius and no, who's got lots of stacks on them? Who's got stacks and stacks? Stacks and stacks.
I'm clean.
I know Nova's got some. Ayla's only got 1. Sentry, you've got 3, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's put a tether between you and Lucius, Sentry.
I've got to go high 5 Sentry and a tornado. All right, here we go.
So at the end of Quill's turn, I'm going to create a tether between Sentry and Lucius. Sentry's turn. You are restrained as you are in the whirlwind, Sentry.
Yep.
You get lifted 5 feet up into the air, and then you can either use an action to make a strength or dexterity check, so not saving throw. This is a strength or dexterity check, so just d20 plus the modifier to try and break free. That's it.
All right,
Unless
I'll
you've got
do
other
a
things
check
you can
then.
do.
I'll do a check
Okay.
to try and break out.
All right.
Here I go. It's a natural
Here I go.
20.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So, yeah,
saying these
you
are the
managed to
dumbest
kind of
things.
like almost
that's
like air swim your way out, like, right? That you kind of like punch the air and kind of throw yourself to the side. So, if successful, the creature is no longer restrained by the whirlwind. Instead, you are hurled 3d6 times 10 feet in a random direction.
Random direction.
Yep.
Fun. Okay, cool.
And
Fun.
everything.
That's the
east of
correct
her-
response. Fun. So you are
Everything
going
east of her is ocean.
120 feet
Oh,
in
goodbye.
a random direction.
Doesn't matter.
I'm
She's
just gonna
gone.
check this.
Oh,
She is
I'm,
gone.
yeah, I'm gone. No matter where we
It
go.
doesn't
yeah,
matter
let's
what
just-
direction you go.
Can I go
No,
into
it
Zephyr's
really
face?
doesn't.
Can I go up straight into
That
Zephyr's
seems a
face?
bit
That'd be great.
punishing for saving. 120
If successful,
feet, surely.
I mean, this is. I'm using the
Here's-
spell
here's a god.
whirlwind to replicate a whirlwind.
Ah!
If successful,
off
the
the
creature is
map.
no longer restrained. The thing is like I was like, oh, is it like 3d6 times 10? 12 times 10 is 120. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I'm
You
doing
rolled
this
2
wrong, but like,
5s, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a big,
like, that's
a big
nuts.
roll. Yeah.
The only
Uh,
way you're going to be okay is if you roll a 5 or a 6 on the direction, I think, because then you'll hit
I rolled a
Vala's
5.
shield.
I
Really?
rolled a 5. Yeah, so they go
And then you
straight
hit
down,
Vala's
right?
shield.
So, also you're a large creature, so this kind of fucks with it as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, straight down. So like you basically get thrown, slammed into the Vala's wall.
That is so
but you,
lucky.
It's so lucky, but it is a ton of damage because you take
Yeah.
1d6 point for 10 feet of full damage as well.
Oh,
Um,
Christ.
I mean, you're not in the ocean, in the middle of nowhere.
You're not in the ocean,
True.
the
Not in the
stormy, mega primordial ocean.
God,
Instead, you just take 41 points of bludgeoning damage, Sentry.
All right. I mean,
As you slam into it, and like you probably grab on to like the side of the ship that like Vala's like creating the shield around, and you're hanging on to it as like you get thrown backwards out of this whirlwind.
that's like the
That's
best
nuts.
I
outcome.
would like to call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
Roll
take
nat
it up with
20
wizards
and
and
take
Jeremy,
41
man.
points. I will. That is terrible.
I mean, like I
That's
said, like I
awful.
rolled 3d6, like I rolled quite high, but yeah, that's nuts. Like even the average would send you miles.
Yeah. I imagine if it's
I
like
guess,
on
like-
land, it's not too bad. But
Yeah,
'cause we're
in on land,
ocean,
this is fine. but-
yeah.
Well, you say that, but like if you impacted into
Still.
something, because like the way I'm seeing that is because you're
No.
being thrown directly back into an obstacle, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're going to take all that damage because it's like falling
Yeah.
sideways. If you had like been sort of like thrown into the ocean, maybe that probably would have reduced it a little bit or like something like that. But like, yeah, it's pretty
That's
nuts.
scary.
I mean, it is
I
a
like
high level spell. Like this is like
Yeah.
a 7th level spell. I'm
yeah,
using
I
it to
imagine.
create a magic whirlwind. So,
I want it.
Um,
How do I get that spell?
all right. Well, that was your action, Sentry. You still technically have a move and a bonus action.
That is true. I'm gonna bonus action. Hang on. Harness Divine Power. I'm going to regain a level 2 spell slot because I'm fresh out of those. So I'll get one of those back as a bonus action. And then I'll move into the ship. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm up there. I'm going to move up there.
Okay. Sure.
And that's my turn. Thank you.
That's your turn. At the end of your turn, Sentry, Zephyr is going to make a scimitar strike against Lucius, who you are currently tethered to.
It's alright.
Oh.
It won't hit.
It's 28.
Yeah, it hits, yeah.
So, let me just do the base weapon damage. So this is going to be 16 points of slashing damage to you, Lucius. How many stacks do you have currently?
None.
None. You gain 1.
Okay.
Sentry, how many do you have currently? 3. So you're going to take 3d8 lightning damage, 3d8 thunder damage, and then you gain another one.
She's in my area, so she takes half lightning damage.
Oh.
All right, that's good to know.
Nice.
Thank you. So I can do
4.
this as separate. So this is going to be, this is the lightning damage is halved, so you're going to take 4 lightning damage. And then 16 thunder damage, and then you gain another stack. Lucius, you've gained a stack as well. So you're at 1.
Yep.
Okay. Bam, bam. Seeing that happen, Maximilian is still kind of like holding the sword to try and guide the strike. He is going to cast a 4th level healing word on Sentry. So 4d4 plus his charisma modifier, so plus 3. 10 points of HP. Max is getting the quill curse of sucky low-level healing. Yeah.
Healing word curse.
So bonus action.
Yeah, who is he hitting? Sentry?
He'll cast Firebolt. Why not? Miss.
Did Max heal?
It wouldn't Max heal, no. He healed Sentry, he healed Sentry.
Oh, okay.
He healed Sentry.
Thank you.
Lucius.
Nice.
I will take a break, but you're very close to the end, so we'll either do this round, if she's not dead by the end of this round. We'll take a break.
Can I, run towards Sentry, but this side of the mast, kind of teasing this thing to hurt me?
Sure. I mean, it doesn't.
Damn it.
It's growing. You can see it kind of getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. Technically, it should be a bit bigger now.
20, 25,
Is it?
30.
No, actually, I'll ask for my turn.
Uh-oh, I can't quite reach Sentry. She got a reach, though, of 10 feet.
Not for the purposes of dispelling the tether, no. You have to be next to her.
He's reaching out.
Lucius, you're so close!
The tether! This is the tether! And he'll spin round then, and then do another chromatic orb at Zephyr. And
okay, what level? Before you roll?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm going to do a 6th level. I'm just going to use it all up. 6th level chromatic orb, please.
This is the time to use it, for sure.
I'm going to use my... Oh, it's 20.
Just barely hits.
Okay. Ding dong. Okay, and now I'm going to do max damage now, so that's 8d8. 64, here it comes. Okay, that's...
Oh my god.
That's really bad. 38 points.
38 points.
Acid.
Acid. Oh, you ignore resistance, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So where one half of Zephyr has been coated in thick rime, the other half is now scarred and sizzling with acid, and you can see she's just no, not like this. And
I'm
she's
sorry,
Zephyr.
Zephyr. It's for the greater good.
There's a bit of a kind of resignation as well. Sure. How much?
11.
11 more points.
In the eyes. No, I don't do that.
End of your turn, Lucius.
Yes.
All right. The lair action will just be... this is just an acrobatics check from everybody. Waves begin washing against the sea. Yep, the old jostle. DC is 19. If you get less than 19, you're prone.
20.
Nice.
Oh, I'm prone.
21.
I'm prone.
All right. If you're 19 or lower, you're prone. Otherwise, you're standard.
Glowing.
Ayla.
Pruned.
So where Nova's standing, can you hit her from there? because she's so big.
You need to be one closer than from where Nova is.
Fucker. I'm literally one square off of being able to attack her properly.
It's almost like I put in pushback moves because I was like, go away, melee, go away. Damn you, Ayla. Damn you, Sentry. Be gone. 60 points of damage in a single hit. Fucking dealing 40 points of damage every turn.
What if I got to that point, but I was higher up and I tried to slice her at the arm?
No, I'm gonna say like her arm. You know, that token is not necessarily an exact replica of what's going on. There's a lot of like hand waving, but imagine that she's on the end of the ship. If you can't get into that line of space just north of Nova, you can't reach her, even though she's in this giant form.
I throw the hammer. That is
can you
going to be...
throw it multiple times? I think you can now.
I've got
can't you?
charges on my hammer.
Yeah, I'm just
I
trying
can
to
spend
remember
a
if I
charge to
changed.
throw it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, that was it. I was trying to remember how I changed it. Yeah.
So that's going to be 16 plus 14 to hit. 30?
It hits.
Yeah,
That hits.
30. That's going to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 20 points of damage. But that's all I could do.
The damage. You watch as this hammer flies through the air, kind of catches her in the chest, and you can see this thick silvery blood kind of pouring down the front of her sailor's shirt as the hammer's left like this heavy sort of like almost like wound in the middle, and like you can see blood pouring down her and her movements turn quite sluggish and slow. She kind of like coughs and like silvery blood comes out the corner of her mouth. She just starts laughing. And Ayla, is that all you got this turn?
I can't do anything else.
Can't do anything else, right? This is Zephyr's last turn. She is going to. She just laughs and laughs. Well, if this is the end of my adventure, let's just make it one hell of an ending. And she is going to. Let's see if a bunch of stuff recharges. Windblade recharges.
Oh no.
Cry of the Sea recharges. How many people can I hit? Everybody but Ayla. I need everybody but Ayla to make a dex saving throw as she slams the two big heavy scimitars together and cuts through the air, launching a blast of thunder.
Queen Lucius get +3.
Okay, if you get less than
Natural
19, all right, you're taking half
11.
damage, Nova. 11 for
Full
Sentry.
damage.
Full damage.
Full damage for Lucius. Full damage for Quill. What about old Maxi? Full damage for Maxi as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thunder damage. 33 points of thunder damage, everybody. Max
Hey.
drops unconscious.
Max is unconscious.
Is
Max is unconscious. 33 halved would be 16. That is her action. As a bonus action, she lets out that screech, the sound of ships breaking, of storms thundering down.
Oh, no.
Everybody make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh my god, this could be it.
Yeah.
20, 21. Oh, thank God.
Natural
21.
one.
29.
29. Sentry.
+3.
16.
16. Ayla.
15.
Is it
15,
+3
Quill?
Sentry or not?
Yeah, it'll be +3.
10.
10. All right, anybody who got less than 19. So Sentry, how many stacks do you have?
4.
4, right? Are you within auras? No.
I've got 14 HP.
Do you?
31 points of damage. You're down.
I'm down.
Sentry goes down.
Book of Shadows.
Oh yeah, Book of Shadows.
You go to 1 hit point. Quill, how many stacks you got?
1.
All right, just the 1. That's going
I
to
have
be
1 as
6
well.
points of damage total. And then Ayla, you got 1 as well. Oh, it's not going to be very much for Ayla. 3 points of light. That's already halved. And then the thunder damage. 2 points of thunder damage. So 3 lightning, 2 thunder, so only 5 points of damage total. I think everybody else succeeded. Max is unconscious. Oh, but I do need to technically still make a saving throw for him. 17. He actually succeeds on that. So he does not take Gathering Storm energy. So bonus action. Nova Vija.
This orb that is on me, can I experimentally move and see if it moves with me?
Yep, it does. Do you want to make an Arcana check to figure out what it's going to do?
Yes, I would like to. 15 plus 8.
At the end of your turn, this orb is going to explode around you.
I would like to teleport using Misty Step. Am I going to do that? I'll just tell you what I want to do. I want to go up to Zephyr and have it explode and damage her as well as me.
Okay.
That's what
you can just move up to her. You just move step 5 foot forward and you'll do that. All right.
Yeah.
You still have your action and stuff, by the way.
Is there a way that I could hold my action to teleport away as it explodes?
Yes. It's called using your reaction. Yeah, you just say, when this thing's about to go off, I'm going to teleport away.
I will do that then, using Misty Step.
Well, could we not just say, I'll use a reaction to avoid this attack with Misty Step?
I mean, yeah.
Like if someone goes to attack me, I would Misty Step away as a reaction.
You could say that when somebody steps within 5 foot of me, yes, or somebody makes an attack roll against me, I'm going to Misty Step away. But remember, holding an action with a spell is concentrating on the spell. So if you take any damage before that happens, if somebody like shot you with an arrow or something, yeah, you could absolutely be like, I'm going to hold my action, and when they move up to attack me, I'm going to teleport away. You could absolutely do that.
Okay.
But don't forget, they could then be like, oh, well, you've teleported 30 feet away. I've still got 30 feet of movement. Let's say they still had 30 foot of movement. They could then just move 30 feet and attack you again if they had 2 attacks. Whatever. But you could do that. So, okay, so Novi, so you at the end of your turn, this thing, it detonates and you teleport on fast step, right? Where'd you go?
I do think it's probably going to do nothing because I feel like she's going to be immune, but
It's cold.
The thing is, it's moving with me. Oh, it's cold because you changed it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I just wanted to get it off me.
Oh,
so yeah,
yeah.
I will teleport away as soon as it detonates.
All right. So you teleport away as soon as it detonates. You can. We won't move you because you're underneath this thing. Lucius, did you want to try and absorb this thing, or are you going to let it go
30
off?
foot.
Seeing what Nova's doing, I'm going to let it go off.
All right. Okay.
How big's the explosion?
Very interesting. The explosion is. Well, I'm going to wait for Nova to finish moving.
A 30 foot back.
That's only 20 feet.
Is that 30, 20?
Mhm.
Cool.
I think that's 30.
It's very good because there's a 20-foot radius around this thing. So the only person it's going to hit is Zephyr and Ayla. Ayla, that's a con saving throw. I'm not even going to make it for
Does it
Zephyr.
count as my spell if I've converted it?
26.
So here's the thing. I don't think it does. You've converted it, but it's not your spell. Technically, this isn't a spell. This is a magical effect. It's not your spell. Okay. How much?
26.
26.
I have a
Okay.
+10
You
to
can.
con.
Yep. You can take half damage.
How much damage does this thing do?
23 points of cold damage to Ayla. Halved, sorry, because you made the save, so that's only going to be 11 points of cold damage. But you watch as Nova, you kind of like rush up, this kind of energy building around you. You look up at Zephyr, and then you whoosh, whoosh, and appear next to Lucius and Quill and Sentry as you watch as this now ball of ice that was once lightning, this now kind of like frozen tree of ice that has been growing and swelling, explodes outwards into kind of long icicle-like vines almost, like made of ice. It just kind of rips outwards. Ayla kind of like ducks to the side and like takes a blow to the shoulder that kind of freezes parts of her shoulder, but easily shrugs it off. But most of it is directed up, and it impales Zephyr in multiple places. She just turns and kind of like casts an eye over all of you as you can see the slow setting in of death kind of fall over. Oh well. All adventures have to come to an end sometime. She looks towards where Valor's shield is. Well done, little sister. She looks at all of you. Well done, champions. Give Callus an ass kicking for me. You watch as the body, the silver blood, the kind of sailor form that Zephyr takes transforms into blowing wind. Currents begin sweeping through. The storm that the sea you were on dissipates, becoming that still, calm sea that you saw. And as the wind kind of blows over you, you hear laughter. You hear this kind of like outrageous, reckless laughter echo. And there is rain, but it's not normal rain. Gold coins, silver coins, jewels, pieces of art begin raining down from the wind. This kind of collected treasures of the sea, of adventures kind of falling with it, including a very, very intricate and radiating with powerful energy suit of a chainmail shirt, also like kind of like forms around the hull. The boat begins turning with the wind as the wind kind of catches it and it begins pulling it away as Zephyr is defeated. And that's where we're going to take a very needed break. Sorry to keep that one long, but I knew how close you were.
How much damage from bludgeoning damage from all these coins and things raining from the sky?
It forms like
Sentry goes
around
down
you guys.
again.
No, it's almost like in fact, yeah, Sentry's on 1 hit point now. It's like it's avoiding you. It's kind of like raining down and forming in piles around the ship, basically. And you just hear that laughter kind of like trail away as the wind dissipates out.
How's everyone's health looking? Because that was getting real dicey at the end there. I mean, Sentry's on 1.
27.
126.
Yeah, Ayla barely took
27 as well.
I know. I still took a decent chunk of it. I just have.
I mean, that's half
way
your hit
higher
points. Yeah. Also, being like resistant to lightning was like a huge. Like Ayla was like, just avoiding tons of damage from resistance to lightning. Didn't get that many stacks on her. I mean, Nova definitely, because you got healed a few times. I think because Quill did some. Some
if I hadn't have taken that superior healing potion, I would have been donezo.
Out.
Oh yeah. No, it's all the superior healing potion. Well done, potions.
Max is down. I'm assuming Quill can literally spare the dying or healing word Max, and he's fine.
No, just
like,
healing word.
Just a gold coin goes through his head and out the other side.
Ripperoonie. Oh well.
No. But no, a Titan who is very much built around storms and adventure. There's definitely you get the sense that the gold is kind of a little nod of like, there has to be some treasure at the end of an adventure. So
nice.
Zephyr's
awesome.
Zephyr's essence makes that a thing. But yeah, we're going to take a real quick break. We'll come back. We probably won't go a super long today. We're just going to kind of like have the after effects of this battle. I'm assuming you guys want to talk about it, probably talk to Valor and examine stuff. But yeah, we'll take a real quick break and then we'll come back and just do that stuff. All right.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice. Alrighty.
What a great battle. What a great battle was had by all. I'm pooped.
Yeah. Man,
I will say actually, Mark, if you're still there, doing this
sort of
different style of boss fight. I know that it's a brand new style completely, the Final Fantasy 14 style, sure, but like actually making movements based on moves we've seen her do was awesome. It was so cool of like, I've seen her do this win/move, so I don't want to stand in a big group because she's going to kill me with that thing. Or not going to the edges because she's going to slap the boat and stuff like that.
Slap the boat, exactly. And that's why they do it in MMOs, right? Like they teach you through repetition. So it's like, right, I've seen them do this move. When they do this thing, I need to move out the way. And I like that. I think that's really fun. I enjoy that in video games.
Yeah.
And
it's also just
in D&D,
something to know, like something we can prepare for as well. When you're against a regular boss with random spells and we don't know what he can do, then it's just like, oh, okay, he's just cast Fireball. I didn't know he could do that. So it's hard to prepare for.
I was talking a little bit about this in the Discord because I actually, like, for these big boss fights, I actually think it's quite boring to just give them the same spells and abilities that you guys have access to. Like, sure, I could have a big bad evil guy cast Disintegrate and stuff like that on you guys, but actually, I think that's kind of lame. I'd rather give you more interesting abilities that you've never seen before, but can learn throughout the fight and be like, right, okay, we need to avoid this, and she's going to do this move. But you don't exactly know what she's going to do. You just know that they have access to certain things and they can do certain things like that. I
thought it worked quite really well. I thought it was.
Yeah, and I kind of tested it with like the trial of time in like the Temple of Hesper, and we've done similar kind of stuff before. Like I like trialing that stuff really. So
nice. Well, I loved it. But anyway, got to get through some donations. We had a donation from Barlu before the stream began, 4 days ago, in fact. Quarter hundo from Barlu, and they say, "Hey Tom, I'm sorry, was not taking the piss. Keep your eye on the prize and keep being that guy. Every group needs one. By all, have loved the time spent. Thank you very much, Barlu. Mr. Altissimo with a quarter hundo. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Currently on the road as I'm moving back to Florida. Should be pulling in once the stream ends. Clear skies, and here's to making the move from Texas back home to Florida. Best of luck." That's
nice.
A mega long journey, if I know states well enough.
Pretty much going from
Florida.
any part of America to another part of America is like 1,000,000 miles and hours long.
Yeah. Texas to Florida. That's a long way, I think. Maybe. Fucking could be right next to it. I'm pretty sure it's next to it. New York's right next to Texas, right? The Dragon King, 89 with a half hundo.
The Dragon King?
When are we getting our bonus stream on Thursdays back, and what will it be? I vote more Biomutant. Also, when's Chaos Twins / Quads Baldur's Gate 3 happening again? I mean,
never.
Chaos Twins, maybe, I don't know, at some point it will just happen.
It's in the name.
Yeah, it will just happen when it happens, and if it doesn't happen, don't expect it. As for Thursday streams, Mark, any plans? I think we're super busy in the next few whiles.
I've got like a lot of projects coming up. I'm doing some other streams with people. I've got like potentially I'm going to be playing in a game. I've got some articles that I'm writing. Like I don't know if I'm going to have the time to do. If I could find something like a pre-written module, but even then, you saw what I did with Strahd. I tend to go overboard in making changes and stuff. So I don't think anything for a little bit. I think we're all going to take a bit of a break. Too much Final Fantasy to be played.
Yeah.
Unless we've got that
real
big
life work
Knights
to
of the
do.
Round Table. We've got that Knights of the Round Table in our free company house in Final Fantasy. What if we played
We do
D&D around
inside
inside Final Fantasy? And we play as our characters playing characters. Oh my god. There
That
it
would
is.
be
That's the
kinda
next
nuts.
Thursday stream.
I'm down.
D&D in Final Fantasy. But it's not called D&D, and I guess it's like officers and what was that thing from Magic Tavern? Officers and bosses. That's what it was called. We just play real world
Managers.
D&D. There you go. That's the plan.
DDSF.
Anyone?
Is everyone back? That was a really.
What's happening?
Was that like a really quick break, or am I just?
We spoke about the boss for a while. Maybe it was that.
Oh, that's true. We did. Yeah, that's true. We did talk about that. Actually, that's very true. Also, I just want to give another big shout out to Fail Draws just for making me that token. That was like
Yeah, that's
really
cool.
awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing
Really
that, Fail.
good.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
Cool.
Fail has posted it on their Twitter. If you go to Fail Draws on Twitter, use it for your own games, I guess, if Fail's okay with that. Like I don't know if you'd be okay with that, Fail, but it's a really cool, like if you want like a cool orky pirate kind of lady.
One that is
that's pretty
reaching
rare.
out from the ocean, attacking a ship of people trying to kill her. And
use it.
It's a
Yeah.
very niche market, but
Yeah, that's why it was a struggle to find the kind of thing I was going for.
Yeah.
I didn't quite expect
angle.
Trot to be like, you can see her nipple. Oh! I was like, shut up, just shut up.
I was saying what everyone was thinking.
I was
He's not
definitely
wrong.
But we got
thinking
there.
Yeah, I know. It was
Right,
pretty.
Tom's having a quick vape over there. It's fine.
it. There.
It was right there. It was right
no,
there.
I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not. It's fine.
You don't know me.
But yeah, thank you very much, Fail, for making me that custom token for Zephyr. It's really cool. Very, very cool artwork. Is that a dragon?
A
dragon is
Little
here.
dragon boy. It's the little dragon twins.
Vape the magic dragon.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, thank you very much, Phil, for that. And I hope you guys. I had a lot of fun. I have a lot
Yeah,
of fun
great.
making these kind of fights. Like I think they're a lot of fun. They're just they are more complicated. They are a bit more challenging to run. I think if I had been a bit more with it, there was definitely a lot more scary combos I could have done. You kind of saw it a little bit where the idea is like, I'm going to put a tether on these two people. Now I'm going to use this thing where I can add a stack automatically. Now I'm going to hit them and do tons of damage to them. There was a lot of stuff like that. The
You didn't
whirlwind,
need to do all that.
way more effective than I thought, by the way. When I put that in, I was like, oh, that's a really thematic, cool spell. I'll put that in. That looks really great. And then, as Katie pointed out, it's like, fuck, actually, like, this, like, when you get out of it, that's awful. Like, that's the worst thing you can do.
Especially on a 40-foot wide ship. Like, there's very few
I'd rather
places.
stay in it. I'd be like, cool, let's just have a little float.
Well, I mean,
why not?
Because that's the thing is you don't take damage at the start of your turn. Like the spell specifically says it's only when you enter the whirlwind or if the whirlwind moves into your area. So if you just stay in there, you're just like, oh, I'm just chilling. I guess like teleporting out like Kim did is the best way of getting out of it because it's just like you just immediately out of it and you don't have to do the thing. But that's nuts. Like that is bananas. Like 40 points of damage Sentry took from that. Just like, oh, I'll get out.
Well, that's the thing. I like regained my spell slot of my level 2 slot in case I failed that, so I could Misty Step out of it. So I was like, I probably should have just waited and then Misty Stepped out of it.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But yeah. Send any criticisms on that spell to Wizard of the Coast CC Jeremy Crawford, please. Thanks. Not me. It's not my fault. I didn't design it.
I mean,
nice.
I get the point of it. It has a lot of weight, like a lot of hard counters to it, like teleport.
I liked the 10d6 of bludgeoning damage, like when it moves. Like that's really powerful as is. Like that's a ton of damage, and like you can move it around and do all that stuff with it.
It was
like
just
that's
the
really
fact
cool.
that she rolled a nat 20, and it was like, haha, screw you, 40 damage.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like you make the check to get out of the restraining effect, and then it says when a creature does this, you get fucking thrown 120 feet apparently. So it's just nuts. Right. Anyway, we're all back. And so to kind of like finish up the domain, you do notice that as the wind, as Zephyr's essence is kind of blowing away, it is trailing back towards this purple tear that you can see on the open ocean. The shield around Valor dissipates. You see the last few bits of the ship, the last few torn up boards, the broken mask kind of comes back together, kind of almost restored back to a previous version of itself. And Valor lets go. And you see her kind of like collapse to one knee. A very injured looking Max. I'm assuming, Quill would give him at least one hit point, I'm sure. Stumbles over to her and puts his arm around her and stuff, and she can see her just kind of like gasping for breath. She looks exhausted, like she's got like these deep bags under her eyes. She looks like quite pale and like drained, sweaty. But you see that the maelstrom itself, this area that you've been in, where this battle has taken place, is beginning to break down. And you can see that as sections of the blue sky, they almost break like glass, and they reveal a midnight blue night sky with stars, and they just begin winking out of existence one after the other, leaving this like black void. Valor is just like, she kind of looks like, we must leave now. The domain won't last. With the last bit of Zephyr's essence escapes from this place.
Are you
Can we help?
strong enough to get us out of here now, or do you need our help?
I don't think I need to. And she kind of gestures, and the wind that Zephyr has become, this kind of like divine essence, or this primordial essence really, is pushing the boat. Like it's filling the sails and it's driving the boat towards this rift. I think she maybe realizes what you came here to do. I don't think it's really possible for her to hold a grudge necessarily.
In that case, I think we need to hold on. If she's about to shoot us out of this thing on this boat.
You feel like the wind beginning to build and the sails kind of come full, and it's careening towards the rift. As you look around, it's almost there is a sense of beauty to this. Watching this perfectly still blue ocean, and then the sky just breaks like pieces of glass falling from a window, kind of smashing against the sea. But then the sea itself breaks and shatters as well, and it all just leaves behind this kind of starry void, and slowly begins winking out of light as it goes. And you make rapid speed towards the rift, and unless there's anything you want to say or do, the boat will pass through the rift, through the anchor locus.
I'm guessing all the stuff that dropped on the ship is also coming with the ship. Yeah, okay.
Seems to be. It doesn't appear to be disappearing. It seems to have formed into real treasure. And it's not just like gold coins. Like there are like big gemstones. There are statues, like little busts that have become like embedded in the deck of the ship. You can see pieces of jewelry. The kind of plunder that you would expect from a kind of like a sunken ship or something like that. But yeah, and then
someone in an arcade game just explodes into coins.
Very purposely on the top of a big pile of gold, there is this chain shirt, and it looks like the kind of armor Zephyr was wearing. It looks like she had this like white sailor's blouse, but it looks like the shirt she was wearing underneath that. And it's this kind of chainmail shirt with like a blue and white hue to the rings, and it radiates power. Like you can feel magical energy coming off of this thing.
Nice. I'll definitely do a scan on that later on.
The ship passes through the anchor locus. You feel that kind of sensation of passing through between worlds. And as the ship passes through, the purple energy that Vala had created around it dissipates, and you emerge back into a fairly normal, there is a bit of choppiness to the water, but a fairly normal ocean in Aerois. The Storm Chaser hovers overhead, waiting for your return. And you emerge from the same point that you entered. When you look back, there is just one last look as that maelstrom, the demiplane, just breaks away and just leaves this tiny kind of, you see it just for a moment through the thin rift as the rift is closing, this kind of night sky that becomes a black void, and then the rift shuts.
Lucius would definitely turn around and give a very solemn, formal elven bow in respect of Zephyr.
Yeah, the wind that was like carrying us through, do we get a sense of where it goes after we leave, or does it sort of dissipate?
Absolutely. Because it's wind, but there is a kind of coloration to it. There is this silvery presence to it. And Quill, being a messenger, you think it's heading towards the Starfall Archipelago, where you believe that the Halls of Infinite Resplendence are.
Okay. Awesome.
I think as Lucius is giving his respects, I think Nova as well would just pick up a piece of gold from the deck and throw it towards the rift, almost as like a final offering to the god of adventure.
Probably one single coin passes through the rift before it vanishes.
Awesome. In that case, I will, if I can message or sending or whatever to Aerois or the people on the Storm Chaser, I'll say that, obviously we're back and we are okay and we've achieved what we were going in to achieve. And the boat is okay. From the looks of it, aside from statues embedded in it and stuff like that.
Sure. As this is all happening, the last bits of the silvery kind of wind begin trailing away to the north. Ayla, you hear a voice. You hear Zephyr's voice. This very faint whisper of it as the wind passes over, kind of blowing your hair forward. As you're kind of stood on the ship, the last bits of this air kind of blows all your red hair forwards, kind of catching around you. You almost feel the lightning up and down your arms kind of crackle and arc. Not against your will, but almost in reaction to it. And you do just hear these kind of last final words. Follow the storm north.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. You always knew that Zephyr was like a conduit for these powers, even though it came from a very different divine long ago. It was passed through Zephyr, so there's definitely a connection there.
I think
looking
when that
around,
goes past,
go on.
I'll just say, rest easy. You've had plenty of adventures. Just respect for her.
And then the wind seems to die down, and it returns to a kind of calmer, normal sea. You just see this very slight coloration to the wind, driving away to the northeast from where you currently are.
Yeah.
Quill, when you look around, the gold. If you spend some time, it's about 20,000 gold worth of stuff here.
Oh my god!
And that chainmail
recovered.
That chain shirt is, The only other item I would say that feels like it has a similar kind of level of power is probably, the Spear of Oracles, the Wavefinder's Guide, the Starbreaker Lance. It's, we're talking like very
Equal
rare
to those?
legendary. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Holy crap!
Maybe not as quite as powerful as the Spear of Oracles, but it's definitely, it's just, up there with Starbreaker and the Wayfinder's Guide for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Storm Chaser comes down or whatever, and we all gather up and stuff, I'll put that into the chest. And
yeah, well, Aerois wants you to sail the ship back. Just leave the ship in the middle of the ocean.
But yeah, I can always leave a couple of gemstones for the ones Lucius threw away into the ocean as well.
Are you going to fix them to the ship, or are you just going to leave them behind?
Just pretend they got nicked off in the fight and they landed on the deck.
Sure.
She'll notice. And yeah, I'll identify this armor as well.
Yeah, sure. So the armor is, let me just get because I want to read out the stats to you. You can add it in a second when I tell you what it is. This is called Stormcaller Chain. It is this delicate shirt of mithril chainmail has a hint of blue and white to the metal rings, and those who wear it can feel a calm breeze on their skin. The armor occasionally sparks with power. A collar of finest leather embossed with symbols of waves is attached to the neck and cuffs, along with 2 strips of leather cord with brass caps, which have the symbol of the Titan Zephyr etched on both. This is +2 armor, but you are considered proficient with the armor even if you don't have an armor proficiency. This is medium armor. It's a chain shirt. So anybody can wear this. You don't need armor proficiency to wear it.
Lucius.
So
in addition,
Sentry should have it, right?
In addition, this
Taylor,
armor
everybody
has
should have
it has these other properties. You can walk on water, ice, and clouds as if they were solid ground if you choose to. So you can just walk on water, clouds, ice as it's needed.
Awesome.
And you can cast the spell Call Lightning at 8th level once per day.
Call Lightning.
That's insane.
That's really cool.
What is Call Lightning real quick? Because I feel like it's pretty powerful. Oh my god.
Call Lightning is basically go on, Katie, you know this one really well.
I'm just saying, like, it's at higher levels, you add damage to it. So, like, level is gonna be
it lasts 10 minutes, and like as an action you can call down bolts of lightning to hit a 5-foot space basically. Or actually all creatures within 5 foot of that space. Yeah,
That's so cool.
It's 8d10 damage at 8th level.
Jesus.
Yep.
See,
and you can
Here's
just
the
call
thing,
it down
though.
as long as you're concentrating.
That's so cool.
yeah, it is
I'm looking at
concentration
Trot's
like a spell,
face.
and it has a fixed DC as well. So its DC I
Wow.
think is 17 or 18, so it doesn't use your own spellcasting DC. It has its own fixed DC.
Okay.
I'm looking at Trot's face, and I'm like, he's not gonna take it. Look at him. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about not taking it. He's
playing
not,
it cool.
It's not pretty enough.
He's like,
Lucius will roleplay Lucius when the time comes for
you
Quill.
let Lucius, yeah.
I mean,
If Quill, you want to add it to your inventory for the time being, it's called Stormcaller Chain.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm going to, explain what it is to everyone. Basically, what you just said. As you can see here, it has clouds along the collar, and it will be comfortable on whoever may bring
I
themselves
will
worthy
say,
to wear
Quill,
it.
I would count this as light, even though it's technically medium armor, because it's mithril. I would say this counts as light armor for like flying in it and stuff as well.
Does it now?
Ooh.
Okay.
we're gonna have a fight on
we're
our
gonna have a
hands.
scuffle.
You get halfway through you're describing it, and then
To the death!
you just run away
And
with
then he
it.
realizes I could win.
I mean,
Totally not for elves. Just not for elves. Made for Aarakocra.
in the interest of fairness, I have the Spear of Oracles, I have the Wayfinder's Guide, I have the Eye of the Storm.
This would
This
be
thing-
Quill's
I would-
4th legendary item.
I would become a god. I
am
simply-
become
and
god.
I had the Tome of Understanding as well. Like I
A
cannot
god
take
king.
this in the interest of balance. It would be
Just
cool
saying.
as hell for me to
Yeah.
cast Call Lightning at 8th level once
it's
a
a cool
day,
spell.
and it would be kind of cool, thematically, but but maybe not for me.
I think it would actually decrease my AC, so
It would a little bit. It is a
because
+2.
yeah.
It's +2 armor, so it's a chain shirt. I believe is 13 base AC +2 dex, so you can add up to 2 your dex, and then it would be 2 on top of that. So it would be 15, 17 if you had a +2 to your dexterity. But yeah, for Ayla, because you get your unarmored armor, it would be higher. Yeah.
Do you have to attune to it?
I'm gonna
But
stick with my
you'd be
20.
giving up 3 points of AC to be able
I'll
to
stick
like
to
cool
20.
lightning and walk on water. You know, I mean, you don't need AC. Barbarians don't need AC.
Yeah, but there's other people who could benefit more from that than me.
There is, yeah, there absolutely
Yeah,
is.
people who actually take damage.
But what I'm saying is like, don't
take
feel
damage.
like you know, 3 points of AC for a barbarian is not a huge loss. Like, it's good, but you could easily do without it.
I mean, I am
In
gonna.
fact, I think I actually made this version so that you add your max dex mod. So actually, it would be, it'd probably be still AC 20, I think, for Ayla. So I changed it to it so it has unlimited dex bonus.
Ooh.
I think. But
I mean,
that's
look,
for
the
you guys
item-
to fight over.
Quill
The
could
item
wear
is
it.
there. The item is there. It
Lucius could
exists.
wear it. No.
Whoever wants it.
And I say that's what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true. If you rage, you can't concentrate on spells, so it probably wouldn't be as useful for Ayla. Because the cool lightning wouldn't be as useful. Still cool, though.
I'm just waiting for Lucius to say.
It's very nice, Quill.
Who could use something like this? Lucius.
Well, obviously not me. Absolutely. Look, consider the situation.
We're all looking at you.
Is it the color? Is it the color?
It's not necessarily the colour, it's just a bit obtuse putting clouds on Zephyr's outfit itself. And if I was to be drawn, obviously, when we're fighting Starbane himself, and our tales are recited, great artworks are made, I want that ghastly thing on me.
You can.
Lucius, you realise you could
can-
wear something over the top of it, right?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just take the armor off for the drawings.
It's Frodo's shirt, so it can easily go under clothing.
Can it? Oh. Well,
You don't lose
perhaps.
anything for wearing it.
Would it not chafe? Looks chafy.
No,
Why don't
actually,
you try it on
seems
and see?
You know what, Lucius?
unbelievably
I
light.
think that it would chafe a little bit less than, being stabbed. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's clothing
Blown
that
up
does
or
that?
eaten.
Yours, yes. Yes.
How
Valor
dare
will
you.
look over. Valor will look over and be like, and will say, Lucius, I would certainly rest a lot easier if I knew that you were a bit more protected, even if you do have to wear something that you find a little unfashionable. Max will look and to say, frankly, I'm amazed that you have survived this long without, in your weak form, without any armor to protect you.
Yes, quite. Thank you, Maximilian.
I wouldn't say he was weak, Max. He did
Not
pick me up.
weakness is perhaps the wrong word. Yes, it is more of a you are vulnerable, especially as a
did lift
spellcaster.
a lot.
Surely enemies must target you on the battlefield.
It's been known. It's been known. Yes, mayhap. Fine. I grab it.
Lucius, you can
Okay.
put it underneath your clothes. So you'll still look, fancy and stuff.
If I jingle,
But
I don't want to jingle.
Oh, it's
I-
a bit of a jingle.
There is a little jingle to it, but only when you're holding it.
you
Once
jingle,
once you
no
try
one
it on
tell him.
Lucius, it's almost form fitting. It's like wearing a piece of Under Armour. Like it's a tight fitting vest, and it doesn't jingle or rattle or anything when you're wearing it.
Anytime he moves
Feels like
it while
silk.
holding it, we just cough
Yeah, but-
loudly
well,
so he
when
can't
you
hear the
hold it
jingle.
up, like when you hold it up, it's like jingly, jingly, jingly. As soon as he puts it on, it's like silk. It's like a silk vest almost. Little sleeves, like a little silk shirt.
All right, fine. And he starts taking off his jacket and everything, just straight away in front of everybody. If anyone's looking, you can see the scar,
Deep
On his
scar
chest.
over the chest. Yeah.
and he just jingles it and whips it on. I suppose it's quite light and airy. Yes, adds a
Comfortable.
pocket, a layer of air in
Well,
between.
Yeah, it like I said, Lucius, it kind of almost feels like there's a gentle breeze keeping you cool. Like it's like it feels very fresh, like you're on the deck of the Storm Chaser, maybe. Like, you know, when that kind of sensation of like being up in the fresh air of the Sky Cities.
Whew. Quite chilly on the old nippies.
Okay. I mean, it is metal, I suppose.
It's
cold
worth it.
metal.
Thank
Worth
you.
it for the protection. Small price to pay.
Yes,
a little chilliness.
I can be like you guys now with all your impressive staffs and whatnots.
I mean, you've got impressive.
I do have this
and
very
stuff.
powerful gauntlet. You're right.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can stay alive.
Are
a
you,
little
do
bit
you
Also,
want more of these legendary artifacts, Lucius?
Gosh, no. Why would I want that? A big staff?
Yeah,
I summon energy from my body.
but it's got a dragon on the end. It looks really.
It suits
I've
you,
got a
Quill.
book. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm not sure if that's an insult or not, Lucius. Now I'm worried about my drawing.
I like books.
It's from Hesper.
Well, yeah, now you mentioned the heroic drawings. I'm now getting self-conscious.
As a note for you, Chris Trott, the armor won't stack with the braces of defense that you are currently wearing, so you'll need to take those off, and because it requires attunement as well. But the armor bonus from the braces doesn't stack with the armor from the armor. So,
What's it called?
Stormcaller chain. Stormcaller, one word, chain.
Oh,
3 words.
it's orange.
Gold. Yeah, it's legendary, baby. It's
Yeah.
Titan item.
Let me just look at all my oranges here.
Yeah, fucking orange boy over here.
I've also got like a brownie one, the Spear of Oracles. What is that? Like an artifact?
Yeah, it's an artifact.
Oh my god.
Howling Tempest is purple.
It's very rare. So it's like the next level down. Mm-hmm. Cool.
There you go.
Amazing.
So what is
It
your
doesn't
AC
take long.
now?
Go on.
Your AC is now 17.
Yeah, it should be 17 now.
Oh my god.
My
boy
gosh.
AC. What was it
Episode
before that?
124.
14.
14.
14.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It's only 3 points higher, but it should help.
That's 3
Yeah.
points. That's the big
I've
deal.
never seen such a high number.
I mean, you got to keep in mind that, like, unless I was rolling 1s and 2s with Zephyr, most of the attacks were going to hit most of you guys, unless I roll 1s and 2s. But it's what you'll find is that going against, like, you know, if enemies have minions, hopefully it means Lucius doesn't constantly just get absolutely battered. But I didn't design it for Lucius. I literally made an item that felt like a Zephyr item, and then I was just looking around at like what would be
items.
good, and I was like, a mithril chain shirt would be pretty cool.
It's cool.
Kind of fits the whole adventuring sailor vibe of like not wearing big bulky armor and stuff like that, but still being a warrior. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Like
a little
it.
jealous.
well,
I
you
say
could get
with
you can
my
get you
bigger
can get
items.
With your staff and your book.
Yeah, no,
and
I
your
mean, I've got,
Yeah,
I've got enough.
I mean, you could certainly look into getting like some +1 studded leather or something like that.
That's
Tom,
true,
'cause you've only
yeah.
got the wyvern
Yeah.
armor, which is poison resistance, but it's not going to give you a very high AC, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah, I
could
can
get
look
things
at
like
that.
rings of
Sounds like-
protection. Ring of protection gives you bonus to AC and stuff like that.
Do I have to attune
like-
to it?
Sold it, innit?
Can't remember. I don't think you do for a ring of protection. I think that a ring
Oh,
of
that's
protection
fine.
is
Well-
just a...
I have, or we have, sorry, 21,000 gold now. 22,000 gold.
Wowzers.
Like
Nice.
way back to before we had that
does.
little
It
break
does
and we spent
require
all the money. So
Can you put
yeah,
that in your sheet?
put it right up my ass.
Nice.
That's
Don't
nice,
forget
but
as
is it
well-
on the sheet.
With
Oh, yeah.
money, don't forget that you can also, when you come to do the downtime turns, you can spend 1,000 gold to give yourself bonuses on your domain skills as well, your like intrigue
true.
skills.
Oh yeah.
So
Mm.
don't spend it all. Save some
Spend
for
it
when
all
you're
at
being
once.
spies.
To go to the casino.
Yes.
But yeah,
Cool.
So-
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have a way to get like straight to the halls of resplendence. We could just beat her there and just be like, "Hey, welcome."
We
Just
could
to
ensure it goes
her-
to the right place, yeah.
Yeah.
And not intervened with in any way.
True.
Some final words
Um,
before she goes into Siaska.
Yeah.
maybe.
Valor will say
Okay.
I'd like that quite a lot. I'd like to be there.
Okay. Is there anything anyone needs to do? I mean, we need to get the boat back. Aerois?
Aerois will just kind of signal from the ship and be like, "Yes, I will sail it back. I will definitely sail it back to dock, and I won't store it somewhere. No."
I don't believe. Okay. In that case,
I don't care. It's her ship. Enjoy, Aerois.
That's
Take
correct.
the ship.
It's my ship. Get off my ship, please.
Where's Thalia? Where did I leave Thalia? Where is she? Is she on the
I
Storm
believe
Chaser?
she's in Horizon.
She's in
I
Horizon.
think she came with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Never mind. Carry on. Let's go.
I mean, do you want you could drop off. Quill could. You've got the helm of teleportation. You could go to Horizon. And let the others go.
I mean, I can also wayfind us to Horizon if I wanted to.
No, it's
Max
more
will
that
probably
I
be
wanna
like-
take...
Yeah. I mean, you could stop by there if you want to stop by there first. Sure. Max probably is like, yes, I am somewhat injured. Perhaps a brief moment of respite somewhere would be advisable.
Okay. I mean, I can take everyone back to Horizon. I can take everyone back to Gusthaven. I can take everyone back to the Storm Chaser specifically, apparently. Let's go to Horizon.
Sure.
Just drop everyone off.
Yeah, like you'll do like an exchange. Like the Storm Chaser will take some of the crew down to the ship. Aerois will then probably have Lookout pilot to the Storm Chaser back to Horizon, and while the rest of the crew take the Aerois' ship, the Gold Tooth, somewhere that Aerois wants to take it, and then they will arrange some sort of transportation to get back, or like the Storm Chaser will go with them and then take them back to Horizon, but that's going to take them a couple of days, so you guys will basically be teleporting ahead of them to get to places.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. You teleport back to... Are you going to use the teleportation spell and just go to one of the teleportation circles so there's no chance of...
I was just going to use the Wayfinder's Guide.
Yeah, the teleport spell, you still need to decide, like, pick a target, because... Oh, no, you can use one of the gems, can't you? Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just back to your suite, back to your Citadel base of operations on Horizon, taking Max and Valor with you. There is no like cry of alarm. This is, you know, the guards here know that you can do this. And yeah, Max kind of like kind of stumbles into a chair, and sort of like trying to treat his own wounds. Like you can see him sort of like beginning to take pieces of his armor off and, you know, tend to the blasted, lightning fried flesh that he suffered.
I think Sentry will help him use some like lay on hands points, just help him heal up.
Sure, I think Max would like try and stop you. I think he'd be like, "There's no need, Sentinel Prime. I can take care of myself.
Oh, no, please, I insist.
It is shameful enough that I fell in battle while the rest of you still stand."
Oh, there's no shame at all. I wasn't far behind you. Sentry's exhausted because of the lance.
Oh, that's
so
right,
she's
because of
got
the lance. Yeah.
a level of exhaustion. So yeah,
Long
she's
rest to
gonna.
get rid of that.
Yeah, so she'll use the last, because I used 50 lay on hands points on myself after the fight. I'm gonna use my last 30 on Max. And yeah, give him
How
a
injured
little
is
heal.
Sentry though?
Pretty bad. Like I was down to 1 hit point. And
So
then-
you're down to 1 as well. So you and Max are basically at the same sort of state.
the same.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think like you start healing him and he physically like pulls your hand away. He's like, heal yourself as well.
I have. I can. I'm fine, Max. Please. You're
He
so
kind of like lets
such
go.
a great help.
He lets go of your hand.
I insist. This, you know, we.
The last time
you
we
helped
met,
us so much.
I do not remember you being so thinking of a knight of Gideon so kindly. What has changed?
You've done so much for us, and I'm learning to see beyond that. I'm learning to see beyond you, that it's not all good and evil. There's people like you that are out there that just need to be understood.
So he sort of takes it in and he nods. He kind of lets you heal him. And then he holds up. You see like flame begins kind of trickling down his fingers. And he'll probably cast like whatever spell slots he has left. He uses Healing Word on you. So give yourself, 20 20 hit points as well.
Oh,
He'll just chain heal it as well. I cannot. I think you are right. I too was blinded by thinking of the world as black and white. I followed my emperor with loyalty, with love. I love my emperor. I am proud to serve him, and I believe that he has... I still believe that he has good intentions, great intentions, to build a better world, to build a better society, and to stop the threat of Hadar. But we believe that seeing that Titan of yours, that everything, the things we were taught about this place, they don't match up. I still believe my emperor is a good man, but there is more to this. There is more to this than either you or I know. Whatever happened between Callus and your Siaska, I know it is not what I have been told, and I do not believe it is what you have been told either. There is more to all this. I do not believe that my emperor could do such a thing to a woman who was just trying to protect her world.
I'll never forgive Starbane for what he did to Aerois the first time he came down. I know that.
Of course.
But I can't let my anger drive me. I'm scared that when we do meet, I don't want that anger to get in the way. I want to see things for what they are. I want to learn. But I don't want to make the wrong decision.
I am not an expert on making right decisions. Even now, I think back to when yourself and Keelik appeared with Lady Valor aboard the Tassadar. I still do not know if that was the right decision. All I remember is that there were people there who are willing to put Lady Valor in danger. I remember that you came to rescue her, not to harm her. And I could not say the same for many of the people within my own empire. All I know is my place is by her side. And I pray that my emperor will understand. Whether I am right or wrong, I could not say. Please.
Well, if you're by Valor's side, then you're by our side too. We'll fight together.
I hope that... my only hope is that if my emperor commands me to fight you, I am not sure I can make that promise. I cannot promise you that we will not draw blades against each other, Sentinel Prime. But I will promise you that until that time comes, you can count on me.
Okay. Thank you, Max.
He just kind of grips your shoulder in a sort of soldiery way.
Yeah, Sentry does the same.
You see Valor's watching all of this, and she kind of smiles, comes up. I think, you need some rest as well, Sentry, but Max, stay here. I'll be all right with them. I want to go see Mother, and I think it's best if you don't. I don't want to compromise your loyalties any further. Will you stay here? He just nods. He's like, yes, my lady, I will stay here.
Nice. He trusts us. He trusts us.
Yeah, so Valor will sort of take your hand, Sentry, and lead you back to the others.
Yeah. Sentry will follow.
She just kind of squeezes your hand and says thank you. She's just like, thank you, Sentry.
Thank you, Valor.
Nova, I believe you wanted to go and collect someone.
Yeah, so are we going to the Halls of Resplendence next? Is that
I believe
what
that was the plan.
was?
That was what I believe it was, yeah.
Cool. While all this is happening, I will nip out and find Thalia.
Yeah. I think that part of Horizon, the airship docks, has been semi-converted. and you now see a sort of retrofitted looking twin star. It looks like an Ethereum engine is being fitted in between the two infernal engines. Not fully finished, but you kind of see Thalia is like on one of those like little sort of wooden wheeled things underneath the twin star, and like you just see her like little legs poking out. Kyrie's kind of like crouched next to her, and Big Cat's kind of laying on the floor, and you just hear her like, Kyrie, darling, what do these Zerosians call it? The tightening thing. Yes, that one, yes. And she kind of like grabs it and then pulls it up, and you can hear like crunk, 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 crunk.
Hi, I'm here. It's me. Hello.
You hear a
smell bit
bonk.
Sorry.
You hear and then a thud, and then snakes hissing. Like, and she's like, sorry, kids. And then she kind of wheels herself out, kind of like rubbing her forehead. Kyrie, why don't you tell me that she was here? And Kyrie's just kind of like sheepishly like, I didn't hear her, and just sort of like then looks at Nova and then is like, I'm gonna go take Big Cat for a walk. And then she kind of gets up and like starts dragging Big Cat away.
Why do you do that every time? It's nice to see. Bye. Bye,
Nova, nice to see you. Bye, nice to see you. Wow.
Why aren't you wearing your safety helmet, Thalia? I told you, personal protection equipment, PPE. Always wear PPE when you're working on the ship. What? You've got to protect the head.
Yeah, I wouldn't need to protect my head if people didn't sneak up on me while I was working on it. Also, Kyrie's supposed to be a lookout.
I wasn't sneaking.
Hello. How did your killing a god mission go?
She's dead.
Sorry to hear that.
Like, you could probably still see, like, I don't know, steam or something rising. The uniform's a bit messed up.
Hair's like a little bit on end. Like cloud hair is like a bit more jagged than normal.
Probably still sparking a little bit with static electricity.
She just looks. Yeah, Thalia takes a step back and she's like, "Don't come near me. It's a nightmare." And she points at the snakes. They hate shocks. Ground yourself.
It was. I'll reach out and grab it, but it was sad. It was. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't. It was weird. It's not nice, you know.
Killing people rarely is. I'm kind of glad that you didn't take any joy from killing a powerful divine being of your world. That's good to know.
Yeah, I had a lot of respect for her, and I could see the grief and hear the grief. She didn't want to go, and I understand that. It wasn't.
I don't know much about your gods and your customs here on Aerois, but I must say I like the sound of this one. This Zephyr sounded like my kind of woman.
She definitely reminded me of you.
It's very sweet. But well, it would be, but you did just kill her. But still.
Thank you, by the way, for the charm, and I point to the bracelet with the little royal crest on it. It saved my ass. Quite a lot, actually.
It's an ass worth saving. She just kind of like looks around.
Thalia, I have a question. Moving on real swiftly.
If you try and take me to another park or a garden as if I've never seen them before, I'm going to be very angry.
It's not a park. There's no grass. I don't think there's any grass. Lots of marble, though. I just wanted to ask, though, before I take you.
Yes?
I think I have a way. Of reverting you to who you were. But in fact, I do have a way. But I don't want to do it if you don't want to do it. It's your choice, 100% your choice. And whatever you choose, I'm there for it. I'm there for you. I support you in whatever decision you make. But I don't want to, rush you. If you want to think about it, yeah.
You're talking about my curse.
I don't see it as a curse, but
it's a curse, honey. Trust me.
Had to live with it.
Purely by a magical definition, it's a curse. come from a place that knows a few things about curses and hexes and all of that sort of thing. This one's definitely a curse. Pretty sure the Archfey who put it on me said, "I curse thee." So, but yes,
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from. I want to be rid of it, yes. This isn't me. This isn't who I am. I've spent hundreds of years like this, in this Medusae Gorgon form. But it's not who I am. I spent hundreds of years before that as a very different woman. I didn't like that woman. I look back now and I didn't like them very much at all. She was cruel and vain, sadistic, greedy. And it took me hundreds of years to learn who she was. If I can go back, if I can make myself who I once was, but with this new perspective, that's something I'm willing to do. I mean, I was willing to make a deal with the devil for it, or deal with a demon technically, but I was willing to go up in a game of chance against Gratz for it. If you've got a way now, if you think you found some magic method to break this powerful ancient curse, then I mean, I'll roll the dice. What's one more gamble?
If you're 100% certain, because I'll like you, I'll love you no matter who you are. So if you want to stay this way, that's fine. But
well, of course you would, darling. Yeah. Look at me. This glowing personality. Of course you'll love me, whoever.
Definitely the glowing personality. Yes, 100%. Airship. Well, if you're ready, come with me. We're going somewhere very special, and
sure.
I have a friend there who can help.
In for a penny, in for a pound. And she'll just hold her hand out to like hold hands and walk with you, basically. Sure.
I'll go back to the group.
Sure. Nice. Well, Nova returns with Thalia in kind. Thalia being her usual self. As soon as you get close to the other ones, like, she doesn't stop holding Nova's hand, but like she kind of like looks around, is like, well, don't all of you look a little bit frightful? Bit tricky time fighting a god, was it?
Oh, it's the shirt, isn't it? I'll take it off. Bloody
No,
hell.
he's not
Lucius
talking about
Stone.
shirt.
What are you talking about?
No, leave it on.
Oh,
What is he
why did
talking
you
about?
say
What
it,
shirt?
Thalia? We gave him new armor, and it will protect him, but he's worried about
He's
how
not
it looks.
wearing
You
any
can't even
armor.
see it. Exactly, Lucius.
There we go.
Lucius is already gone.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean,
Oh no.
great.
I think
Thalia
Ayla will walk
Thalia will
out
go
the
into
room.
your room. It will follow into Lucius's room as well. Like, and if Ayla's coming, like the two of them will like
Ayla's
march
going to
in.
go and she'll be like, Lucius, if you remove that armor, I swear to God, this hammer's going in your face.
Okay, fine. Jeez.
Are you like are you taking it
I
off
was
as they
mid-
walk?
Midway through.
I couldn't even see it. What are you talking about?
Just pull it back down. No.
Like a child,
No.
like a toddler.
Fine. Keep it on.
It looks good. Thalia will just walk back.
Yeah. See?
Nice.
Oh boy.
So, Nova says that we're going to see some friend of hers or something. I'm assuming is this something? We're not going to go fight Callus or anything, are we?
No. Is Callus one of her friends? No. No. We are going to be doing a little bit of a
joke.
teleport.
Hey, what?
Don't worry. It was also a joke. A bad one, apparently. Anyway, we're going to be doing a little teleport to the halls of infinite resplendence.
Sounds
pretty
very
good.
fancy.
Sounds very
It's so
infinitely
fancy.
resplendent, in fact. So if we're all ready, join hands. We're going to do a teleport.
Already jumped.
Who wants to hold mine?
Okay.
And she just holds out the other one. She's holding Nova's hand. Anybody who tries to hold her hand, the snakes hiss at. They're like, "Sss." Just like, calm down.
Sentry will to just be like, "You're coming," making sure she
She
comes.
takes Sentry's hand. The snakes wouldn't hiss at Sentry. The snakes kind of like
Yes.
do a little happy. They make little happy faces and stick their tongues out at Sentry because Sentry's all plants and stuff. But yeah,
Wait.
so you activate the Wayfinder's Guide, Quill.
Mm-hmm. Well, I turn to Lucius and say, I'll know if you take the armor off, it'll stop jingling. I can hear the jingling. And then do the teleport.
You've just ruined
The
it.
same same sensation.
Lucius's surprise face just goes to the entire teleportation.
PogChamp, the rainbow kind of Bifrost energy kind of around you. You feel yourself pulled away, and as you emerge, you find yourselves in the familiar, but still breathtaking, still impossible halls of infinite resplendence. These gold and silver marble halls that just seem to extend forever. And at the very heart of it all, a crystal sarcophagus. You do notice that there is already, before you would occasionally kind of like feel the sensation of wind or like feathers kind of like gently blowing across it. Now you can hear the waves of the ocean like around the sarcophagus, like mixing in with the sound of wind, maybe even like very faint peals of thunder and stuff like that as you draw closer.
Is Sayana here?
She doesn't appear to be immediately as you start looking around, but then within a few moments behind you, and you don't see where she's come from because it's just these infinite corridors, this little halfling woman looks, would look like in her early 20s basically, carrying a little heart lyre. She just kind of like appears like behind you, is like, oh, I wondered if you would all come by to see her. She got here a little bit before you did.
Did you get to speak with her before she...
Not really. It's the same as with Hesper. I think once her energy was dispersed, she basically rejoined with Siaska immediately. But I know she's there, and I know I will be too, eventually. Once you've gathered the others, I'll join them.
She seemed regretful of the actions we forced her to take. I hope we left her in some amount of peace.
Zephyr is... I don't think that there is... Everything is a cage to Zephyr. She is the spirit of freedom, of following her own course. Trying to get her to do something was... It's like speaking to a rock. You couldn't really demand anything of her. But I hope that whatever is left of her will understand why it needed to happen. I think she knows that she wasn't strong enough to fight against Callus, to fight against whatever else is coming. But maybe as part of Mother, she will. And I think she'll find some peace and solace in that.
Okay. If we walk over to like Siaska's sarcophagus, is there any more like radiance or any more power from there? Or
you can see that rather than there being more radiance now, the crystal is becoming clearer, and you can begin to see a humanoid form becoming. You can actually see the outline, like a starry, almost like a spectral looking figure, like no details. You can just see long waving hair. You can see the outline of a face, the outline of a body lying there, but it's all kind of pearlescent light and stars, and it's glowing brightly, but you can make out the shape of a humanoid. And as you draw close to that, you can smell the ocean. You can feel the rush of like fresh wind. You can hear the feathers, like you can feel like feathers kind of touching your shoulders, and you can feel the essence of both Hesper and Zephyr here.
Yeah, I mean, I'll beckon Vala over to see it as well.
Yeah, Vala was, you turn back and she was having just a couple of whispered words with Sayana, and Sayana kind of just like reaches up, because she's only a halfling. She reaches up and takes Vala's hands and like pulls her down and like kisses her on the forehead, and then sort of like pats her on the arm, and you can see Vala kind of wiping away some tears. And then she makes her way over to the sarcophagus. And when she looks inside, she kind of like catches her breath a little bit, and she's like, Mother. And like she kind of looks, and again you see that kind of the Vala's hair begins to kind of lift up and shimmer a little bit as well. You begin to see the power kind of surging through it. Her form doesn't seem to change much, unlike it did last time. She is probably around 20 years old. You can see like if she was human, she'd be about 20-ish, fully kind of grown adult now. And you can see but the power kind of pulses through her body. And all that tiredness from when you defeated Zephyr after she controlled it, it's like it's gone. It's like she's full of energy again. And she just kind of like touches the top of the crystal sarcophagus and like whispers something and like kisses the top of it. And then just smiles at you and says like, I think that she's as at peace as Zephyr ever could be. She's with Mother again.
I think so too. And they'll all come back one day after Siaska returns. At least I like to believe.
You say that, Quill, and with insight, 'cause your passive insight's like 16 or higher, right?
Yeah.
There's a flash that comes over Vala's face. Something about what you just said. She doesn't say anything, but there's something. Like her face kind of like tightens a little bit when you say that.
At least I'd like to believe. It's enough to keep me going for now.
Of course.
But, and I don't mean to rush you, of course. We've only just found Zephyr and restored her to Siaska. But is there any semblance at all of the next Titan, where they could be, who it could be?
I'll begin working immediately, but unfortunately, until I start putting the feelers out, until I can start connecting with the magic here in Aerois, I just don't know. And even then, I'm not sure if I can tell who it will be. I'll be able to detect more anchor locusts, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell exactly whose is who. But I'll certainly start looking. But I think until then, you should find other ways to help. I mean, I know that Nova has people that she wants to help, and there are things that Ayla wants to do, and if there's anything any of you need to do, it will still take me some time, a few weeks, perhaps another month or so.
Well, I'm happy to assist in any way. With the Eye of the Storm, limited in its power as it is now, if you need to see anything...
you should focus on protecting Aerois, Quill.
Okay.
If anything, I think that's what Hesper would want you to do with his gifts. I think he would trust in me. I'll figure this out. Don't worry. And I appreciate the help, but right now, Aerois needs you more than I do.
Understood. In that case, Thalia, sorry, Halls of Infinite Resplendence. We got a little carried away there.
Thalia's looking around. That's okay. Wow. Never quite seen anything like this before. And then Thalia looks down, and Cyana is just like beaming up at her. She's just like looking like, hello. So are you a god? Well, technically I'm a Titan. I'm not quite true divinity like my mother was, but some people in Aerois like to think so. They call me Cyana, and she just offers like a little hand. And Thalia like awkwardly like, nice to meet you. Yes. She looks at Nova like, what is going on? Where the fuck am I?
I told you this would be better than grass. I promised to,
It's pretty good. So is this your friend you wanted me to meet?
Yes, Cyana, this is Thalia. She's my girlfriend.
Cyana just kind of grins, like she beams when you say it. She's just like, oh yes, I know. I can tell. Funny thing, being the song heart, I tend to be quite associated with things like love and things like that, and one of the benefits is you can see the connections between people. And she just smiles at you. So I'm doing a curse.
Power clapping in the distance. Little tiny.
Nova's purple, by the way. Nova's just purple.
Cyana looks at Nova
Ayla's
and
just
Thalia
laughing at Nova's purple face.
Cyana turns and says, so we're breaking a curse, are we?
Yes, please. Cyana,
Well,
I know
no.
it's
And
a
she
lot
looks
to
at you, and
ask.
she kind of like looks around, and she like and she just takes a seat on the steps that lead up to Siaska's coffin, and she just kind of like leans forward, like almost like an excited little child almost, and she just looks up and she says, "Well, Nova, surely you know the stories of the best way to break a curse."
Oh no. Oh,
She just
no.
grins. Thalia's like, "What is she talking
Really?
about?"
In
I'm
front
just
of
saying, you
everybody?
must have heard the stories. Many of them are told around. The story of one
course
of
I've
true
heard the
love's kiss
stories.
can break any curse. I'm not going to make you do it. Don't be silly, girl. And she kind of stands up. As true, as powerful as love can be, unfortunately, I don't think that love can break the curse of an extremely powerful archfey. But, well, that was a good try, wasn't it? I wanted to see how far you'd go.
I'm sorry, I'd do it if I had to do it. It's just in front of everybody. Just maybe if everyone just turned around. Of course, I'd kiss you, Thalia.
Thalia's like
nobody
hand just
looks.
covers your mouth. It's just like, can you help me? I can try. The curse that is wrapped around you is powerful. It was created not just by one archfey, but three. And a thrice woven curse is extremely difficult to break, even for a titan. I think I can. Thalia just shrugs. Think I can is better than I've ever had. Hit me. And she just stands back. And Thalia's just like, very well. The rest of you, I would honestly recommend that you plug your ears a little bit. Hearing the words of creation can have interesting effects on mortal minds. And she begins to play a song. And the first few notes, you're just they sound perfect. Like you've never heard a perfect note before, but you start hearing them played in sequence, and it is the most beautiful piece of music you could ever hear. And then when Sayana starts to sing, you almost feel your hands like covering your head. You kind of bury, because it's unlike anything you've heard. You feel like your mind wants to unravel at the sound of it. Like this isn't just music. This is what the universe is made of. This feels like this is the essence of air, of fire, of water, of earth. This is the essence of magic. This is the thing that makes Lucius or Quill or Ayla or Nova or Sentry. It makes you who you are. This is the power of creation. And you watch as this song builds, you manage to lift up and you see vines beginning, like growths and flowers and vines and plants begin growing up. And Thalia immediately is like looking around, and the plants completely cover her and enshroud her in a giant bloom. And then the petals begin to fall away. And you see not green scaled skin, but you see a kind of dark, kind of caramel brown skin of like this slender elven hand with these kind of very delicately cut nails. You see like a patch of sort of long brown hair kind of trailing away. And that's where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, oh, that was so good.
Because we got to finish up on Yogis.
Yeah, we do
so
have to finish up.
we do have to finish up.
Oh my
Hey
God.
now, you're an all-star. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful song in the world.
Perfect.
Just
If you
a
are over on
tribute.
Yogscast, we are going to end the stream over on Yogscast so Parsec Pals can do their stream, because I think they're live, but even if they're not, we need to finish up anyway. But we're going to continue reading donations and talking about stuff over on High Rollers
the
D&D, so you can come and join
Yeah.
us there as we read out donations and stuff. But thanks very much, Yogis. We'll see you next time
Bye, everybody.
for more High
Yoggers.
Rollers D&D.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Hello.
High Rollers people, though, we're going to stay
High
around for at least-
rollers.
Hello.
There we go.
Uh,
Wowzer.
Holy crapoli. What a
Wowza.
cool transformation.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very freaking
I'm glad
cool.
because it was a little bit pulled out my bum. I wasn't quite expecting to do it today. I know that Kim
I
had been
mean-
talking about doing it, so
Yeah.
I'm
Soul
glad that it
pops.
was visually. I'm glad it felt nice and epic because I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and do this now. Okay.
I mean, yeah, even after the fight, I felt like we could have literally gone anywhere, and especially with the book. So I feel like anytime I do anything with the book, it's just like I'm really pushing Mark to his limits, just going anywhere right now.
What was the joy of it?
Yeah,
But yeah,
cool
very
as
very
hell.
cool. Glad that we got to see some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see more of it
Yeah,
next
boy.
week.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Oh my God.
Any messages to read out, Tombus?
There are indeed. Mark Bus. We have a donation from Luna Secret, and they say, so excited for today's episode. I have the tissues ready to go as I feel like I'll either be crying with happiness or out of sadness. Maybe both. There's a little bit of both. A little bit of both in there. Newton
Always both.
has donated with breaking news. Stormy boys break into moist mama's house, assault her, and get dunked in her bathwater. Starboy really needs to see the truth and join Team Hadar. Bilbonius bag of donuts. What?
What a name.
That's my next D&D
Amazing.
character. Bilbonius bag of donuts.
Incredible.
Artless has donated with, after my own campaign wrapped up last Sunday, I finally have the time to watch an awesome boss fight live. That playing far too much Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, keep playing it. It's great. Try not to damage the fancy ship too much this week. It came out just fine. A couple of statues embedded. It's okay. Blue Squirrel 01 has donated with first time watching live. Check. First time buying merch. I'm waiting for the zoom. First time
Here
buying
we go. You
merch.
ready?
First time buying merch.
No, I'm just joking.
Check. First time donating on Twitch because for some reason there's no way to send you guys a message when you buy merch. Check. Yeah, there isn't. Glad to be here after weeks of binging to get through tough times. Thank you very much, Blue Squirrel, and welcome. Drifter Soul has donated with, here to let you all know how much you have helped me through rough days over the years. It is through you that I got into D&D and made a handful of friends. You got this young, nerdy Irish autist to help to keep smiling on the bad days that school brought him. And second donation, you played a big factor in my growth, inspiring me to keep going and socialize more now that I am in college studying psychology.
Awesome.
P.S. I made sure to get my hands on a judo pin. Nice. Since it is through Kim's content that I found high rollers. Love you all. Thank you very much, Drifter Soul. That's
Thank you.
very, very nice to hear.
Thank you.
And yeah, well done. Well done, well done, well done. Old Swifty with a quarter hundo. My first time watching live. Welcome. There's a lot of people saying that recently. Thank you guys for keeping me sane during the long hours of work. Aerois has been so much fun to follow along with. You guys rock. Much love from Ireland. Keep being awesome. Newton has also donated again with, this past week, 20 years ago, one fateful day in September, something happened that shook the world and changed us all forever. Shrek. Thank you, Newton. Bay Feather has donated with, haven't watched a stream live in a long time because of work. Glad to be able to join today for this incredible battle. Good job to all of you. Thank you very much, Bay Feather. Varys has donated with no message. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Oracid 143 has donated $350.
What?
Oh, thank
First
you.
time donating $350. Holy shit.
Wowzers.
First time donating. Thank you guys so much for what you do. I can't put into words what you've done for me or what you mean to me. Love you guys, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Clear skies from Florida, from Flow Rider.
Amazing.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That's a
Orchid.
poggers.
I'm sorry if I
Big
pronounced it
pogs.
wrong. Orchid, maybe. Thank you very much. The Herv has donated with High Rollers, VOD Squad today, but last week's episode made me fully
Oh, no.
embrace the simping for Century lifestyle. She protect, she attack, but she also make top-notch apple crumble. I tip my metallic Guardian fedora to you, my prime. Anyway, have a warm plate on
prime.
me. Bye.
My prime.
She make a snack, surely. She protect, she attack, she make a snack.
Yeah.
He's back.
Sorry. Ricky has donated with High Rollers. Holy
Martin.
heck, what a session for me to watch live for the first time. Since July, I've been essentially binging all the Aerois videos. Whilst
Well,
the
thanks very
OG
much.
Yogs Quest introduced me to D&D, y'all have inspired me to build my own homebrew world. Enjoy, enjoy,
Oh,
enjoy, enjoy.
cool.
It'll sound great.
Well, those even
Why,
D&D,
Tom?
I feel like those were just fantasy role-playing game.
I guess it's a
Why,
little
Tom?
taster. It's a little,
There you go.
I guess so.
sniff.
It was a role-playing game with a D20. Nice. Look out, Ravs. You got competition, son.
White Tom. There he is.
He's doing the face. That you can't do that. That's copyright to Ravs. He's
What
gonna
is it?
sue us.
Why?
That's his thing. You can't just steal wide Ravs. You can do that. That's different. That's new.
That's different.
God, you look a bit like Sid the Sloth when you smile just
Tom
then.
knows.
Sid the Sloth.
Anyway,
I told you,
Crispy.
it must be the last one of the season.
Crispy has donated $500, and they say that
Thanks,
fight was
Crispy.
awesome, and I'm so glad that everyone survived. Wonderful ending, just beautiful. Thank you very much. Fail has donated with. I'm really fucked my jaw when I was doing that, by the way. Fail has donated with. I'm having all of the emotions, literally all of them. What an amazing episode, honestly. Thank you very much. And let me just do a quick refresh. That's those. Let's open up Discord real quick and go to this stuff. We had some gifted subs from Jay Lee 5397. Thank you very much. Artless Knight Being Wolfie, Raven Vidarson, Musewim was 10 gifted subs. Thank you. Dork Love Sports, Tantoralis, and J Danger 87. Thank you for gifting subs in September as well. Wow. HR Subtembos. There was some bit donos as well. One from Trumpole, MK13 Wolf. Thank you very much. $20 dues. And Chrysa with to the orcs, as if Nelson from The Simpsons. Haha, your god is dead. And that is, as always, as the kids say, the lot.
I love seeing the Discord chat. Like, I just see such aggressive messages like, Mark, don't you fucking dare cliffhanger this. If Mark cliffhangers this, I'm going to be so fucking mad. No, Mark, no! Like, I love it. It literally gives me life.
Yes.
Gives me so much life.
Yes, feel more.
Feel more. I love it.
It feeds me.
Does. Amazing. Thanks very much, everybody, for joining us for another episode, a very exciting episode of High Rollers D&D, with a big old fucking fight, and then a little bit of lovely bit of RP there. Nice little bit with Max and Sentry as well. That was unexpected. That was very nice.
Yeah.
Good jobs. And then, fucking making Nova the sweatiest, most embarrassed nerd ever is the best.
I knew you were gonna True Love's kiss.
I literally saw somebody making a joke about True Love's kiss in chat, and I was like, oh man, yeah, Cyana's exactly the type of god that would be like, lol, 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 troll time. She's basically a memer. She's like a TikTok zoomer, basically, in god form.
Sound really cool when you say it as well.
Yeah, I'm super cool. I'm a super cool zoomer.
He's a
man.
TikTokist.
A TikTokerer.
The tickiest,
Perfect.
toppiest.
We'll be back next week. There's a ton of stuff. Go grab your merch. Give some big love to D&D Beyond, who sponsored this episode. Make sure you check
link in
the
description.
link. Exactly. Make sure you get those links. Go and sub up. Go buy a book. Go buy loads of cool stuff. Get their legendary bundle. If you got some spare monies and you play a lot of D&D, literally the best investment you could ever make is the legendary bundle, because it's every single book on D&D Beyond. Lets you do fucking loads. But also, if you're going to buy it, make sure you click our link first. So go and do that.
Even if you're not going to buy it, even if you just want to browse and have a little look at it, just use our link. It will help.
Click that link. Right. We're going to go. We're going to get some food. We're going to chill. Some people are going to play Final Fantasy 14, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.